Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Welcome into our Grind City Media College Hoops Mega Madness Show presented by the Tennessee Lottery. It is one of the greatest days of the year. The Thursday launch of March Madness from 11:15 a.m. Central Time to when TCU and Ohio State tip off to around 11:30 p.m. when Idaho and Houston wrap up. We have over 12 hours of college hoops ahead. We have a special show to get you ready for it. It is myself, it is CJ Hurt, it is Bennett Doyle. We are here to get you started for the day. Teresa Walker is going to join this first segment, as she does the Jessica Benson Show every Thursday. We'll talk tournament with her, catch up on some of these SEC teams and what's ahead for them. We will have a draft. We're drafting the best tournament moments of all time. And of course, we'll talk about our favorite games coming up for today. Happy best day of the year. Is it fair to call it that?
That was a mega intro, CJ. I really liked that. That was mega. I wish we could get some mega March breakfast sandwiches up here. That'd be good.
It was a mega intro.
Yeah. Oh, I was finna say, I thought it was the other one. You know your homie here, isn't he? Isn't he?
No.
He hadn't come yet?
It's the best day of the year, CJ.
Because he's coming?
Are you excited for today's beautiful day of March Madness?
Am I excited? Do you think I'm excited?
Is your bracket filled out? I feel left out that I don't have a paper bracket.
I got another one if you want to fill it out.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm at the point where I'm old enough that it kind of hurts to write all the time.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I got a little carpal
Wait, don't
tunnel.
you journal?
I do. So it really takes all of my strength every time I put pen to paper. I'm a little millennial.
Are you journaling, or are you one sentence after the day?
It's a one sentence a day kind of journal.
What was yesterday's sentence? If I can pry. You know what? Don't tell me yesterday.
It's what's something you want to buy, and I didn't come up with an answer. But if I won some money from any of my March Madness squares or brackets, I could buy anything. I could buy the world.
Wouldn't you want to buy tickets to the first round game somewhere?
I've decided that, no, you want to know the game that I would go to?
Where?
I would go to the Houston-Florida game in Houston if we got to that in the Elite Eight.
That'd be insane. It'd be real intense.
Spoil the brackets and not to hypothesize things that have not happened. Obviously, today's awesome. It's not every day that you get to watch 12 straight hours of basketball on a weekday. It's also not every day that you get to talk about a Memphis Grizzlies win these days. Not every day, not an everyday occurrence. And last night, the Memphis Grizzlies beat the Denver Nuggets. Not only is it not every day that you get to talk about a Grizzlies win, it's not every day that you get to talk about a Grizzlies win over not a full-strength contender, but a team that has Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray and genuine aspirations this postseason in the Western Conference. And it's not every day that you see Jokic turn the ball over 10 times. My guy almost had a quadruple-double last night. He had a triple-double, but the bad kind, because the 10 turnovers counted to the triple-double. He was one assist. Was it an assist short? Yeah, he was one assist short of getting a quadruple-double last night in Memphis. Before we turn full over to the college basketball of the day, that was kind of a fun win.
It was fun. It was. I mean, listen. We know the score. We know where we are. We know what we kind of hope happens as far as this team getting good lottery odds going into the offseason. But like, it's okay to win a home game every now and again in front of a nice crowd. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It was good.
Tip. And still had a nice crowd. Also, it's important for a group of young players. They've lost 8 in a row.
That's right.
It gets to this point where it can feel a little dejecting.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get the win. Nikola Jokic, no match for Taylor Hendricks. No match for Gigi Jackson. No match for
athleticism.
The full team. Yes. I mean, there were 2 big takeaways, I think, from last night's game. One, Ty Jerome had the spirit of March within him from the beginning as he's taking logo 3 after logo 3.
It was a March effort, yeah.
It was we had Ty Jerome here, and then, did you see that Jonathan Kuminga shot last night?
Insane.
Absolutely absurd. That was March Madness in the NBA kind of shot. In case you missed it, it was the Hawks-Mavs game last night, and Jonathan Kuminga comes down with a rebound and proceeds to just flick it full court, baseball pass to the other side, and it was an attempt at a pass, and he ends up just throwing it in the hoop. Just boop, throwing it in the hoop. Here it is. This is from the Hawks game, the surging Hawks who have won 11 straight. Kuminga all the way, and it goes in.
How?
And he's like shocked by it. Like the facial expression of him afterwards was, how did that happen? How did that? That's also how I felt watching Ty Jerome last night do logo 3 after logo 3. He was really effective in leading the offense last night, getting things going from the jump. And then truly, the athleticism of a Taylor Hendricks, of a Gigi Jackson jumped off of the court last night, and they gave Nikola Jokic fits. Now, this Nuggets team was tired. They were sleepy. They were a little sleepy because they didn't get in until 5:30 in the morning yesterday. They had played a game against the Sixers the night before, blah, 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 excuse. Still, the Grizzlies still won and had more energy and were able to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, which, by the way, just side note, that and I know that they were de-icing their plane, Denver was, and so that played a lot, the factor in them getting in late. But I saw, too, that like the Lakers dealt with the same situation where they played a late-night game and didn't get into wherever they were playing until 5 a.m. The next day on a back-to-back. And it's like, dude, we got to get rid of those. That seems like an unfair advantage for the home team.
Yeah, except then in that situation, the Rockets lost to the Lakers in that game.
They lost, so it didn't matter.
LeBron went off last night. LeBron had 30 points, 13 of 14 shots, 93% from the field. He had that one, he was dunking all over the place, but he had the one-handed dunk that was so sick. And you're just like, this man is 41 years old. He's 41 years old. He is obviously the oldest player in NBA history to score at least 30 points on 90% shooting. Gee, shocked that that's a stat. You know, sometimes we like cherry pick the stats, but no, I think everybody would assume that LeBron is the oldest player to ever have 30 points on 90% shooting. And I agree, though. You can't have these teams getting in the wee hours. You can't even say the wee hours of the night. It's the morning. It's the next day.
Yes. So Ty was great. Gigi was great. Taylor Hendricks was great. I also
Max
thought
was great.
That's what I was going to say, because Coach Islo talked about him in the postgame and basically said how proud he was of his development over this season, which is something like, I know that we're in this developmental mode right now, but we haven't necessarily seen it keyed in on specific players, and I think you have clearly seen it with him this season as kind of this raw. I know he's been in the league a couple years, but it's kind of like a raw athletic talent, and now you look at him, and He's obviously playing multiple positions. That three ball, like that is a consistent part of his game now that I don't think any of us thought was a thing when he came over here. So I thought that was kind of cool hearing him get his flowers last night because he has been a bright spot lately for sure.
Yeah, and then the piece, we talked about it on the double post with Roser last night, but pertains to Taylor Hendricks and really can go to any of these guys. This idea of being allowed to make mistakes and there's a freeness with understanding you're going to play no matter what.
Yeah, right.
This team needs bodies. This team needs guys on the court. And you don't want to make it habits going forward. Like, you don't want the mistakes to add up and that becomes the player you are. But there is a freeness that comes with that. And that's where I think the reward of a win last night is something that this team needed from a vibe standpoint. And now you can, get back. I understand there are some people out there who are like, why are we winning games? As someone who sits there and watches every single game, it felt really good for this team to win a game last night and well deserved for this team to win. Anything else from last night's Grizzlies-Nuggets action, Bennett?
I mean, I think we about covered it.
I got one. Shout out to the PA announcer. Taj Gibson checks in.
That was great.
He's number 67. He said checking in 6'7", and the kids went crazy.
The kids loved it. Amazing
I told my
moment.
husband that, and he was like, the kids are still into 6'7". I said, the kids are always going to be into 6'7". 20 years from now, we're still going to be making 6'7" jokes. So I appreciated it.
Are you guys still into 69? Yes, we are.
Exactly. So this is the new one.
This is just a new one.
This is the new iteration.
For sure would be if 22 was taken, then that would be my jersey number for sure. Is that allowed? I don't know if it's allowed actually.
You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. Hey, personal foul blocking on 6'9".
Okay. I didn't know. Okay.
If you do 6'7",
I don't think we have
6'7".
one.
I don't think I think it's been banned.
It probably has.
I think it's been banned.
Probably has.
6'7's next.
Too much fun in the league.
Yeah,
It's fine.
sorry, y'all.
Anyway, shout out to the Grizzlies. I know everybody is all excited about March Madness today, and that's where we will turn our focus as well, because yesterday evening, while the Grizzlies were playing the Nuggets here at FedEx Forum, we did have the first four games for the men. We had the first of the first four games for the women, but on the men's side of things, Miami does it. Miami proves they belong in the tournament. I think that's fair to say. They took down SMU 89-79. That Miami fan base was electric.
Did you see the swim team?
Yes. The swim team comes in, and I guess they do this every game, in their Speedos, in their swim caps, and they come in the second half, and SMU is lined up to take free throws while they're coming in. And there was just no way that SMU player was going to make that free throw. And he didn't. Like, mission accomplished. It worked. They are so funny. Buried within that swim team is this streamer who I'm old, so I did not know that this man existed until earlier this morning. But his name is Tiki. And they call him the White Speed, which I assume is like, I show speed. He painted himself red, and he claims that he's not taking a shower until Miami loses in the tournament. And he popped up in the middle of all those Miami fans last night.
Oh, that's pretty cool. No, I was super happy for them. That's a pretty good SMU team that they beat last night, and for a team that, frankly, it's why they were even being considered for a team to not make the NCAA tournament was they didn't play anybody this year that has like they didn't play a team. They might have played one other team that's in the NCAA tournament, right? So
and it's Akron, and they beat them in the MAC
exactly.
tournament.
Yeah. So people were trying to justify them not getting in, which I always thought was ridiculous because at the end of the day, this is also a TV show, and like they're one of the great stories in college basketball this year. But for them to get a win over a Power 5 school, like I thought that was really cool and kind of validates them being in.
Well, it also just made it perfect because Dayton is literally an hour away from their campus. So that was a home game for Miami. And that fan base is just like insane because they believe in that team. They want this team to be the Cinderella. And you can't be the Cinderella if you don't make it past the first four. So mission accomplished. They're jacking threes. They took 41 threes in that game last night. They made 16 of them. At one point, you know how sometimes you can feel like you're transported into the arena because it's just so electric. It like jumps off the screen. There was that pull-up, like pop and stop three that guy took. I think it put him up 14 with about 7 minutes left in the second half. That place erupted. Like it was just waiting to erupt, and that put it over the threshold there, and it just looked like a fun time. Now, granted, SMU was without one of their best players, BJ Edwards, which was kind of funky because if you go back and listen to the committee chair on why SMU ended up being one of those teams that got in, they credited the idea that BJ Edwards was going to be coming back to this team, and it sounded like SMU had assured them that he was on track to return, and then he ends up not playing last night. But I'm with you. Whatever. It's on. Should the Vols be worried?
Oh, yeah. They should be worried because they are one of those schools that, and I know I'm a hater, but like they do have the attachment to them that they don't ever, when they have these good teams, I mean, Rick Barnes not making a Final Four with the Vols, like them never reaching a Final Four, but they always have good teams. Like that's always a thing. And so you do worry about them in these, early matchups. What are they going to come out and look like? I think they'll be fine. I think they're going to be fine, but yeah, sure, I'd be worried.
This is March.
This is March, yes.
March gets a little funky.
And this is the team everybody's rallying behind, too. That's got to be in the back of your head, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And even like, not to bring up the men in Speedos too many times, but they were one of my favorite parts of the game last night. The look on Andy Enfield's face when the camera cut to him as his player's missing the free throw, as the men in Speedos are making themselves known, I just thought, we could have one of those moments from Rick Barnes, right? Like where something ridiculous is happening, the fans are going crazy, they're all in on Miami, and there's this kind of like surge of everybody's behind this team, and then I'm like, cut to Rick Barnes, and we get a new meme of March. It is March meme season as well, which is one of my favorite times of year.
A Rick Barnes meme with like a Speedo and some just junk in the background, that would go a long way.
Like a little junk in the background.
That would go a long way. I would love that meme to take
junk
place.
In the trunk, but junk in the background could work well.
Yes.
Also, Darnell, D-Nell is in the chat. Famed swimmer, one of the best swimmers that we have here with GCM, points out that everybody doesn't allow you to wear Speedos in arena. The Penn State won't let you wear Speedos in the arena. So, like, consider themselves lucky. Maybe they do and they just didn't want D-Nell wearing it. Right?
Maybe it was personal.
If Miami gets to the second weekend, I'll do it. I'll wear a Speedo.
Wait, is Darnell was he a swimmer?
You know what? It's okay. You don't have to.
No. I'm going to show solidarity
that
with
sounds
Miami.
great.
No.
I'm going to wear a Speedo in studio.
No, it's all right.
I'm going to do the whole show in Speedo and goggles.
No.
Get a little swim cap.
You can get the swim cap and the goggles, but maybe like Speedo over the clothes Speedo.
Over the
that
clothes
actually
Speedo?
Sounds worse. I think that's a worse.
That's
decision.
Cameo. That's Word Up. You guys remember the Word Up commercial? Not commercial, the song Word Up. Oh, everybody sang. Yeah, Cameo's just walking around all black, bright red.
Oh.
He had a cup though, but still, I can pull that off. I got all black. I can throw on a bright red Speedo right here.
And you're a
turn
Miami
around,
fan.
Look
you
like,
can be with that streamer.
Yeah, I could be a Miami fan, look like a baboon when I turn around, be some good stuff. So I'm going to do it.
Good.
They get to the second weekend, Jessica. Be ready. I'm doing a Speedo.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
All right, we have Teresa Walker who is going to join us. She has been locked in on the Vols, on Vanderbilt, and the rest of the SEC all season long. We will catch up with Teresa on the other side.
You didn't see Cameo when they came for River Beat?
No.
Yeah, because they were the...
With living in luxury at Southland Casino Hotel, the good life is closer than you think. Members get one entry with every 100 points earned playing on their Lucky North Rewards card, plus one free entry daily. Win free play at our hourly drawings, and don't miss our Saturday grand prize drawings in March. You could win a home theater package, premium massage chair, an outdoor jacuzzi, and $250,000 cash. Luxurious prizes await at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are expected to cede all Supersonics history back to Seattle when that city gets a new NBA franchise. And Oklahoma City has said, when you guys get your little basketball team, we'll give you all your little history back. So you can have all your little Gary Payton and all your little Sean Kemp stuff, and we'll just focus on our Shai Gilgeous-Alexander MVPs.
That seems fair, doesn't it?
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Grind City Media College Hoops Mega Madness Show. We are always thrilled to be joined by one of our favorites, Teresa Walker of the Associated Press, every Thursday on the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, and she joins us now. Yes, CJ.
Just real quick, just in, according to Shams, Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung, and so he's going to miss significant time.
Yikes.
Seems less than optimal.
Yeah. Hey, Teresa.
You need a lung to breathe. It's just, yeah.
That is,
not good.
As a medical expert, because I am an employee of the Memphis Grizzlies, I can tell you that a collapsed lung is not great.
And we all know where our lungs are, right? It's good to see, hate it for Cade, wish him speedy recovery. But it is good to know that there are body parts that I know. Because the sacroiliac or whatever the hell that Santi had surgery on, I have no clue where that is.
Sesamoidectomy.
Yeah, where is it?
That nice toe surgery.
No,
that one will stick with me.
Wait, the sesamoidectomy, isn't that Scotty?
Yeah, that's Scotty with the toe. Santi had the biologic injection on the something of the knee. Official.
I'm going to guess that, as somebody with bad knees, I'm going to guess that that's maybe some of those red cells that they take from your plasma and then they inject it into the knee. That's been proposed to. Well, hey, everybody who is either working for the Grizzlies or follows this team closely over the last year and a half, you've gotten quite the medical education. We might have associate degrees at some medical school right now.
I watch The Pit, I watch Scrubs, and I work for the Grizzlies.
And I've watched every episode of Grey's Anatomy. I'm there. I am there, baby.
I have been ready for this for a long time. That Cade injury is, I have no idea what the return is, even though I'm a doctor, for a collapsed lung, but I assume that that's something that you want to be as cautious with as humanly possible. I know he missed their game the other night against the Wizards, and Jalen Duren just went off. Cade left that game early, but still, they're only 3.5 games up on the Celtics, and the Celtics come into this building on Friday. So that is intriguing to look out for. Teresa, the tournament is always intriguing. What does your tournament day look like today?
I'm watching because I've got the women this weekend in Nashville with Vanderbilt. Michaela Blake's newly crowned AP All-American. And so I'm having fun watching the women. But Vanderbilt is on, I think it's 2:15 today on True TV. So yes, that time of year where we find where True TV is in our cable guide, whatever streaming service platform you use. I have a wonderful little Sports Central thing, so I have my teams preloaded. It'll pop up Grizzlies, Predators, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Memphis, and I can just click that and it'll take me right to the station. Don't need to know that stuff, but I'm watching that and watching some of just, we're into the point where the bracket should be done. If you haven't turned yours in, calm down. But having covered Vanderbilt and Arkansas on Sunday in the SEC tournament in Nashville, both those teams are playing today. Yeah. And it's one of those things that it's tough not to agree with John Calipari. Why are you having teams play on a Sunday, turn around, and we didn't get done until 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then they're back in the locker rooms getting changed. And Arkansas is playing at Portland, and it's an early game. And it's like 4 something this afternoon. It's like, and Tennessee, which was bounced last Friday, They're playing tomorrow in Philly. So, yeah, I'm going to sit back and watch the brackets burn because the only bracket I get into these days, it's a capture pool. Somebody hands me a team and I'm going against the point spread. And the tough thing is I got handed McNeese today. And McNeese, last I checked, was a 11.5-point dog.
Yes.
Vanderbilt hasn't won an NCAA tournament game since 2012. 12-5 games are always a hot upset pick. It's just if you're filling out a bracket and you're a casual fan, you're like, oh, sometimes the 12 seed knocks off the 5 seed, and there's the math behind it that backs that up. Do you have any concern on your McNeese team, because it's now yours since that is the one that you were attached to in this bracket, upsetting Vanderbilt today?
No, for this reason. Mark Byington, 2 years ago, was a 12 seed with James Madison, winning over number 5 seed Wisconsin. And then 3 days later, he's hired by Vanderbilt. So, and right now, Duke Miles, healthy. Guy hurt his knee back in November, hadn't been healthy since a trip to the Bahamas. And did you see the 30 piece he dropped in this in the SAC tournament? He's healthy. Tyler Tanner, AP All SEC guard. I mean, him and Darius Acuff, fun to watch. That said, if you're a Grizzlies fan thinking, maybe Darius Acuff in a Grizzlies uniform, that kid was straight up passing the eyeball test. He's doing some falling out of bounds shots that, and he was well defended and he still got that shot off and in. So it just feels like Vanderbilt absolutely will have enough to get through today. And I have seen them as a pick to get to the Sweet 16, where ironically they would be facing potentially Florida again. And, and they just whooped Florida, handed the Gators their worst loss of the season last Saturday in Nashville. So if I'm Vanderbilt, it's like, yeah, somebody take care of Florida, but we won't face that again. But that said, you shoot as well as they did from 3, you can beat anybody that's tall.
I was listening to Gary Parrish, our very own Gary Parrish, who we share with CBS, who was on the Locked On College, or the Eye on College Basketball podcast, and he was saying that Darius Acuff is his favorite player in this NCAA tournament. And I do think he's a little shaded by how us Grizzlies fans are watching Darius Acuff, amongst many others.
Through a blue lens?
Just through a little bit of a Grizzly lens, perhaps. Do you have a favorite player this tournament, Teresa?
Oh, I not so much on the men's side.
Okay.
I mean, because now I will say, keep an eye on Tyler Tanner. I just love to watch this kid play because think about it. He's a local kid. He's from Brentwood and he's second-year player at Vanderbilt. And he doesn't seem like much. His haircut kind of reminds me of Sideshow Bob a little bit, but he's a slithery kind of kid that in fourth, when it's closing time, and that song goes through my head when I watch him in the final 8 minutes of a game, he finds his way to the basket, he slithers through for layups, he gets to the free throw line. The kid knows how to get points to help his team close out a game and win. So yeah, that's a little bit of the home cooking. I want to see Nate Ament. He had a great game last Thursday, and then it's like, ooh, maybe there wasn't a minutes. They didn't tell me that he had a minutes restriction, and then the next day he just looked gassed. So how much, a week off, does that help him recover from a high inside ankle sprain? I mean, he's a kid that's, was a 5-star. I've seen him in the mocks in the top 10 of a lottery pick. So, this besides Darius Acuff, there are a handful of freshmen that feel like they're jockeying for position, trying to get their way up the ranks. I will say this, Michael Brown is a guy that, Darren Peterson's gotten a lot of attention for not playing for Kansas. Michael Brown's missed a lot of time for Louisville too, and he's another one of those kids that's been projected as a high NBA pick in June as part of this amazing freshman class. So let's see what these freshmen do, right? I want who steps up to March because if you want to be collecting a paycheck this fall from the NBA and not just college, go show me something.
I get that the excitement is around the freshmen and rightfully so. I'm not trying to take a swipe at them, but so many times I have these same boring ass trite conversations with people about how the game has changed and how NIL and one and dones and blah, 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 blah. And I'm so surprised that more people aren't on sharp from Houston. This here is what I've been told you guys, some of you want the college sports to be. You want it to be, hey, you stay in one spot. He's been there all 4 years. You grind and you work your way up at one place. Been at Houston 4 years, started 102 games for the Cougars, 102 of them. He had heartbreaking moment last season during March Madness in the national championship game. He comes back, and now look at where Houston is, a 2 seed, and constantly knocking on the door at a national championship. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'll throw in a couple of the freshmen, though, Teresa. I love Braden Burris for Arizona. I think that is a really fun point guard to watch, not as flashy or as flashy as Acuff or Kingston Flemings, but when time comes to make plays, he does it on both ends of the court. And I am curious. I'm with you on both Ament, curious about him, and Brown Jr. If he's healthy and if he can play with the way Louisville takes threes, just hoisting the ball up there, you thought Miami of Ohio took a bunch of threes. Wait till you see Louisville play. If he gets hot on a weekend, be it first weekend or second weekend, especially if it's second weekend, we are going to lose our minds. We will be calling that kid some sort of combination of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, if he gets hot at the right time. I'm really excited to see what he has to do. On the women's side, Vanderbilt has a player. We were talking about it pre-show. Michaela, for Vanderbilt, just a straight bucket getter. Teresa, on the women's side of things, what's Vanderbilt's
Nation's
chance?
leading scorer. She scored 30.5 points in the SEC play. If I don't have a vote, but if I was voting for the National Player of the Year, I know that the love that Sarah Strong's getting with UConn, but I look at their conference and I look at the SEC, and she had to play South Carolina, Texas, LSU. I mean, 8 ranked teams as of this week in the AP Top 25 poll. It's a tougher slate, and look what she did. Number 2 seed, it's their highest since, I think, 2007. And, I mean, what they're doing over there, she's their first All-American since Chantel Anderson, and that was like 2002-3. So, I mean, she's got help. This isn't just her, the Michaela Blake show. She's got Aubrey Galvin. So if you watch their game Saturday night, I'll be there at Memorial. Great seat, not in the crow's nest. Hallelujah. Thank you, NCAA tournament. But Aubrey Galvin, she's a whirling dervish of a point guard. She is fun to watch. And Shea Ralph, I mean, she said Sunday that there's no place I'd rather be than Vanderbilt. So for all the people saying, as soon as Gino retires, she's going to go back there, not so fast. She's building her thing at Vanderbilt.
You bring up Gino. Like, is this you? Are we going to see UConn go undefeated again? This is UConn to lose.
Well, the way they drew up that bracket, if they get there, the Elite 8 for the Regional 1 Fort Worth would be Vanderbilt and UConn if they get there. And they love their storylines, don't they? So, and with all the marbles on the table. So at that point, I ain't taking UConn. I think Vanderbilt will have a shot because Shea Ralph, she is a great coach. And I mean, she got tossed in the SEC tournament loss, and it was the first time in her career. And it just feels like she kind of helped send a message to her team. And so I'll take Vanderbilt in that match because again, the competition that they've played this season, they're not a paper tiger.
Hey, Teresa, speaking of the Vols on the men's side, that bracket in the Midwest, I mean, I think their side of the bracket sets up pretty well for them to potentially make a run to the second weekend. How far do you think the Vols can go?
There's times where I think they could make a run at a third straight Elite 8, but then there's times where I see them just, they can't get to the free throw line, or when they get there, they're not making them, and they start settling for threes. And worst of all, they miss layups. I mean, it's just when it's going bad for them, it's almost inconceivable. It's like, what are you doing? Turnovers have been a problem all season long. They seem to have gotten that under control, but they need Kobe Gillespie to be at his best, and they're going to go as Nate Ament goes. I mean, he took over in that second half of their Thursday game, and if it had not been for him, they do not get out of that game. So they needed 17 points from him. He had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, all in that second half. And they're going to need him to be that guy for them to get through. And, the rest of the cast, JP Estrella and some of those guys, they're going to have to be on. But it's March. It's the tournament. You go as your top players go, whether it's the backcourt in Gillespie or Ament. And but you're right. I do like their bracket better. But they don't have a Florida waiting for them potentially in the Sweet 16. That's the thing that I like best about their bracket.
Yep.
Teresa, very serious question.
No.
Must-haves in a bar for today. Like if we're at Bar of Teresa and you're the one in charge of all of the festivities for today, what are things you're making sure that you have in your establishment?
Are we talking the beverages and food, or just
all of it, from the ambiance to the beverages to the food, like everything? Because we're trying to figure out where we're going. 11 o'clock, I'm going to be in front of somebody's TV in somebody's bar. I just got word that somebody might not be open, but the unofficial bar, the Jessica Benson show.
If somebody has a plug and can let us know, we were going to go do Max's new patio, which is great spot for sports watching. But then I looked up the hours today, and they normally don't open till 4:30, and they have a post on Instagram for Saturday March Madness because they're doing crawfish. But there's nothing about it opening early today. But normally, I swear they open early, but I have no confirmation. So if you out there have any plug with Max's, please let us know.
Max, if you're listening, open up.
Max
we're coming
yourself.
through. We're trying to come through, baby.
Please.
But okay, Teresa, what do we need?
Well, I've got beer going, cold. It's got to be cold. But because it's a long day, you've got to mix in the water, maybe some Arnie Palmer in there, because you don't want to be hitting all the beer all day, all long. You will tap out early. So mix in some nice cold adult beverages with the appropriate stuff to keep you going. But then wings, you got to have cheese sticks.
Hey, wait, with the wings, Teresa, how we doing them? Yes. Are they breaded and fried? Are they fried? Are they smoked? What we doing? Baked? What we doing with the wings?
I like them just fried and sauced.
Got you. Okay.
Give me my fried sauce. I don't need the breading. Just give me the nice crispy fried wings with the nice buffalo sauce, and I'm a happy girl. Fried cheese sticks. I mean, come on. Memphis, sausage, cheese, pickle plate.
Okay.
Oh, sausage, cheese.
Yes.
I mean, because you can nibble on that. Yes.
Teresa,
I mean,
you can nibble on it without filling up on it, which leaves room for more beverages.
Wings and beverages. Yes,
because it's so very important. It's a marathon, people.
Yeah,
only
just
advice.
get some protein.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
No protein.
All right, you can ease into it. You'll be okay. The game's gonna be going till 10 o'clock tonight,
now,
baby.
Do you believe in a mid-Thursday March Madness nap? Like we talk about best sports naps.
No.
Do you have any time for sleep today? I always look at that period of time between the 3:25 Central Time game and the 5:50 Central Time game. So today, that's the Arkansas-Hawaii game. I planned these things out. We had a Grizzlies game here last night. Bennett Doyle and I were here until 11:30. We're old. My eyes are sleepy this morning. It's my favorite day of the year. I have all the energy in the world. However, I'm trying to prepare oneself. And I like that little sweet spot between the afternoon games
I suggest
and the
you
evening games.
and Bennett find your drink of choice with some caffeine in it, be it Red Bull and vodka or something with coffee and Bailey's or something like that, and get it in. Ain't no sleeping today.
espresso martini, maybe for a little kick.
I love a first half nap. I can't lie.
But that window is not a bad window because you're looking North Dakota State, Michigan State, and then Hawaii, Arkansas. And yes, I know that they're fussing, but I think you want to wake up for the second half of that to see what Acuff does. Because I'll just say, I loved watching that kid the other day.
Yeah,
it's bad for me.
I'm also a big Hawaii fan. As a lifelong Hawaii fan, I think on the Jessica Benson big board of fandom from years ago, Hawaii was on that big board.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't know where it went. That was a great board.
Well, I can't go to sleep during Hawaii, Arkansas, because I got it on the parlay.
Oh, well, there you go.
I got some parlays.
Did you see some kid took Hawaii to win his bracket? He was 7, and they publicized that on social media. And Hawaii
was it me
sent
when I was
him
12?
a T-shirt. Not you. Social media wasn't around then, Jess. But
I know,
they got
I
him a
missed
T-shirt
out.
for this kid.
Oh,
they
no.
heard about him and they sent him a T-shirt because he picked them to win the title. So
Social
good for
media
them.
goes so far. Good for them. I don't think we asked you. Who do you have winning?
I haven't done a bracket.
Oh, because you're just doing you're only doing
I
the
just
one
do
where
the capsule pool because
Okay.
I so much red ink on the first or second day, and it's like The last time I won a national championship, though, was the year that North Carolina came through Memphis for the regional final. I think it was 17, where they beat Kentucky there
That's
in
the Drake May
Memphis.
shot.
Yes, the Drake May shot. And I think that was the year that they beat Gonzaga, but I had Gonzaga. And because, again, beauty of a capture pool, North Carolina didn't cover the spread. I won a natty that year, and I won the pool.
Nice. We're having after we get done with you, Teresa, we're having a draft where we'll be selecting the best March Madness moment. Not to tip my hand. That was a good moment. That was a good moment. Do you have some good March Madness moments that you think of when we get to this time of the year?
What's the first one that comes up?
Christian Laettner.
Oh, whatever.
And I can't remember who had the shot, and it's on the women's side, but there was a championship game, I think it was 1994, where North Carolina had 0.7 seconds left for an inbounds play and a shot to win the game, and they made it.
Were you covering the women's game in 94, 95?
I was covering, but I wasn't at that game. It was so funny. I was asked the next morning to do a follow-up because that night was the men's national championship game. And because it was such an incredible last second, literally shot inside the last second, I got to talk to some people and write a story following up that game, but just how incredible it was to be able to execute and pull that off and get a shot off to beat the buzzer. And so I wasn't at the game, but I had a great time writing a story about that because think about it, 0.7 seconds to inbound in the women's game and get that shot off. Can't remember who North Carolina beat, but that was a fun story to write, and because it was such an incredible shot. Because it was for a natty.
My bad. I said Drake May. It was Luke May, Drake's
May,
brother.
yeah.
I apologize.
Well, May, we knew who you meant.
The Mays.
Yeah.
So were you were covering when UConn Tennessee faced off in the national championship game?
I didn't
In
get
94,
to go
95.
to that.
Okay.
I didn't get to go to that, but I wrote so much on the Lady Vols in that stretch there of the 90s, especially the three-peat. So I will say one of my career highlights was after the third straight national title, I got to interview in 98 Pat Summitt in her office for a story for our basketball preview package that fall, and talking to her about that 10-minute stretch in their championship game that year. Guys, if you think back to that, if you've watched it, go look for it. They looked a little bit like the Showtime Lakers, the way they were getting up and down the court with that ball. And that was an amazing season by a team, period. And that interview and that story is one of my favorites in my career.
It's the best time of year, Teresa. We appreciate you taking the time. You enjoy.
Because we got a question from the chat.
Yes.
They want to know offensive line for the Titans.
What a curve.
Particularly center and guard, not looking real deep here. What do we think the Titans are going to do there?
I think Jackson Slater, who they drafted last year, is going to get a chance to earn the center spot. There's, Kevin Zeitler, who played at right guard last year, hasn't signed, wants to play another year. I think that's still something to be worked through here in the next week or two. But they've brought in some guys for depth, so they've been building depth. And I'm expecting an extension for Peter Skoronski soon. And with everything they did on defense, particularly to kick off this free agency period, put me down in the camp that's thinking Jeremiah Love in that fourth pick at the moment. So, but that said, I'm not too worried about the offensive line because they're bringing in Carmen Brasillo as the offensive line coach, and you've got the three key pieces that were together this last year, and they were really blocking well. If they bring Zeitler back on for another year in a contract, and all they're doing is looking for a new center, then suddenly this offensive line is poised to be much better than it was last year.
Teresa, you're a champion. Just the way you seamlessly segue from March Madness to a little Titans talk. Jeffrey Simmons was here last night at the.
I saw the picture. I retweeted Devin.
I love that. I love somebody, from Nashville coming over, spending some time in Memphis, given some of the conversations that have been surrounding this city this week. So we can all get along.
Yes. There is love. There's the hate from some people is still strong between Nashville and Memphis. But yeah, Jeffrey Simmons, actually, I remember him saying late in the season, if not clean out day, that he was wanting to get down to Memphis to see some Grizzlies games. And I said, go, you'll have fun.
And he saw a win. By God. Maybe Jeffrey Simmons. Well, don't come to too many games the rest of this season. But like maybe next season we can get Jeffrey Simmons courtside. All right, Teresa, we are sending consensual hard hands your way. We will catch up with you next week. That is Teresa Walker. Be sure to follow all of her latest on her socials and at the Associated Press. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we are drafting the best March Madness moments of all time. And we will do a bracket reveal as we look into some of the biggest matchups of day one. That's all still ahead here on the Mega Madness Show.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at natebargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
The Grizzlies have been consistent as one of the top 2 or 3 most productive benches all season long.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
College Hoops Mega Madness Show returns. And some big news in the chat. Max's is going to open today at 11 a.m. We are good to go, CJ. See, it all worked out. We got TVs, we got food, we got cheese sticks, we got pizza, we got everything that we could ever need. We are doing a draft because we normally do drafts on Thursday, and we are drafting the best March Madness moments of all time. I'm not picky. It can be men's, it can be women's, it can be a moment in its totality, like a run of a team or a run of a person. It doesn't have to be a specific game. It can be a character. It can be whatever you want to make of it, because it's a beautiful day, and I don't want to constrict us to just certain things involved with March Madness. Now, we have a duck race. I'm a distinguished gentle duck.
Get the punk rock duck. I love it.
And CJ's a vampire.
That means I'm going to win. You know I'm going to come through.
No.
Here I go.
Come on.
Here I go.
Not in women's history.
They purposely slowed mine down.
Not in women's history,
Come on, man.
Your boy got bit by, what's his face? From Sinners. That's my duck. What was the Irish dude's name?
What was the Irish dude's name? It's because you didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Came back around and haunted you. Look at that.
All right. Here we go. Have to be careful here. Not sure any of us are going to have the same ones.
Remick is the vampire, by the way.
Remick.
Yeah.
Remick bit me. Let me go. Oh, my gosh. I got something near and dear to me. I know I'm going to get him, This is the only one on my list I think I might not get. Give me UNC beating Coach K in the Final Four. His last game.
Okay.
After beating him his last regular season game. This is the first time, I do believe only time, because it happened recently, that Duke and North Carolina have faced off in the Final Four. Coach K, greatest basketball coach in Duke basketball history, and arguably the greatest coach in men's basketball history. This is the time for storylines. March Madness is when we get the storylines. He loses to arch rival North Carolina last regular season game. He steps to the microphone, says, hey, I thank you guys. This is not enough. We'll be ready. And they are tearing through the damn tournament all the way to the Final Four to get the redemption shot at North Carolina. He's going to win that game. He's going to win a championship. He's going to sail off until the sunset, and that's how it's going to end. Those damn Tar Heels did the Lord's work on that day, beating Coach K his last game, his last Final Four. Oh, it was incredible. I love it.
It's an interesting pick for number one overall, but again, everybody has their choices.
I like that one, actually. I didn't even think about that. And that is insane how that's set up.
It was
so
crazy.
That is pretty good. Yeah.
Y'all got it.
That was the last Final Four that I went to, and my favorite memory of that game specifically is we had a few beers and some liquid courage, and Roy Williams was sitting behind us vertically, and I decided I needed a picture with Roy Williams in that moment, but I was too much of a baby to ask myself, and so we're like walking through the aisles trying to leave. The North Carolina fans, family members, everyone are celebrating, and I'm like, Chris, I really want a picture. And he goes, fine, just give me your phone. Takes my phone, and he's like walking up to Roy, phone in hand. We're over here, and he goes, Coach, congrats, can we get... And Roy Williams goes, seriously, right now? And we freak out, and there's just a picture of like a blurry Roy Williams and us, and I'm so embarrassed. And I should have just taken a damn picture. But anyway, it was awesome. And like the North Carolina, they acted like they had just won the championship. Yeah, right. Like that's how big that moment was for them. So it was a good moment. I will take my clear favorite moment of my lifetime. My list will be skewed by things that I saw with my own eyes as a 34-year-old. We have learned how old I am this week, even though I keep calling myself 33. I think the best moment of my lifetime is the 2016 National Championship. Villanova takes down North Carolina, the Chris Jenkins shot. The Chris Jenkins shot was so good. And the way that it was set up, you had Arcidiacono driving up the court, and he looks like he's going to get walled off, and you think he's not going to be able to get the shot off because you think he's taking the shot, and you're watching him. And if you go back and listen to the broadcast of it, the analyst, I forget who it was, says he's trailing him. And then it's Chris Jenkins trailing him, and it's like a perfect give off to Chris Jenkins. Shot release, buzzer beater. A buzzer beater in a national championship game has to be like top 2 best feelings in sports.
Buzzer beater national championship game is incredible. I've got a couple of those on the list.
Okay.
Not sure if I'll be able to get them because there are so many moments. Got a couple of near misses also. Like miss buzzer beaters national championship can be really, really not to foreshadow. Somebody's list, not to foreshadow.
Okay, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to do this. I don't even know if it was on y'all's list, but we're talking about our favorite March moments. It's by far my favorite March moment, and I'll make up for this in the rest of my list. I'm just going to go with the CDR dunk on Kevin Love. I'm just going to do it. It's my favorite March moment. I can remember the entire scene where at a friend's house, there's a ton of us over there. Obviously the Tigers are on this incredible run, and that play happens. And first off, what makes it is not only the dunk is incredible, but Joey Dorsey pointing at Kevin Love while he's on the ground that's another great part of that. I've watched that clip a million times in my life, and we just all went crazy when it happened. So, yeah, just give me that. Just go ahead and give it to me.
Good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah. These are moments that mean something to us. You get, truthfully, honestly, in a tournament, you'll get 10 to 12 of these things that last with some people forever. And it's not always going to be the same. And it's not always the stuff on the court. It's stuff like the moment of Coach K, just the storylines that get involved. It's stuff like the buzzer beaters, like you said. It's stuff like unexpected heroes, people stepping up in the biggest of moments. Where the hell would Michigan basketball have been first half against Louisville had Spike mother effing Albright not gone off for 17 points. Are you kidding me? That's a team with Trey Burke. I do believe Tim Hardaway Jr. is running around out there. They've got NBA talent. And the one who steps up in that moment, just this little unathletic kid, making Louisville pay, straight bucket getter the entire time. I recently watched it because I thought we were going to be able to show it, so I wanted to get the clip and throw it up, but we can't, so that's fine. I recently watched it. Go back and watch it. Watch it. Louisville is in control of that game. Spike checks in, and all hell breaks loose in the best way for us Michigan fans. It was a mother effing block. Michigan should have a title, but damn it, we're not there without Spike Albright 17. Give it to me.
How specific?
Give it to me. No. Not the second half, Jacob. Just Pitt first half. Spike Albright first half versus Louisville. Because the rest of the game, after the first half, he was regular.
I was really worried you were going to take what I wanted to take here. Because you were setting it up talking about heroes. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. And they come in players and coaches and fans and sisters. Give me Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean. We don't remember enough because Sister Jean became such a character out of RIP. Loyola Chicago.
Is she dead?
Yeah, she died this year.
Okay.
We'll get her in the in memoriam segment.
I'm sorry. All right.
God. A life lost too soon. I think she was like 102. Okay.
We're sorry.
Gone, but
Shouldn't
never
laugh.
forgotten. The first two endings of those Loyola Chicago games on that run to the Final Four, like once they get to the Sweet 16 and Elite 8, they definitely lucked out a bit. They got a 7 seed in Nevada and they got a 9 seed in Kansas State, and then they make it to the Final Four. Those first two games, they beat Miami. They're an 11 seed. They beat Miami 64-62 on a Dante Ingram buzzer beater. And so that's where we got all of the lore. Sister Jean had given them a pregame speech. We start learning about her. And then they go and they beat Tennessee by 1 in the round of 32 on another shot that happened in the final seconds of the game. And at this point, Sister Jean had them losing in the Sweet 16 in her bracket. And so all the players are starting to talk about how, well, we have to prove Sister Jean wrong. It was just the perfect, coming together of a Cinderella run with a nun as the, is she a nun? Is a sister a nun?
Yes.
Are all sisters nun? Are all nuns sisters?
I don't know. I said yes confidently.
You
like
did.
that.
And then I said
because nuns called each other sister.
We had an actual nun as one of the biggest characters. Like, we talk all the times about prayers and buzzer beaters and just throwing it up and saying a Hail Mary.
Wait.
And we had a nun. You're about to blow my mind that all nuns aren't sisters.
This is just the first thing that pops up on Google. It says, all nuns are sisters, but not all sisters are nuns. The key difference lies in their lifestyle, vows, and ministry. And then it goes on and on and on. I don't know if we have time for all this, but to answer the question, it does not appear that Sister Jean was necessarily a nun.
She was a nun.
She was a nun. Okay, great.
According to the
Thank
BBC,
God.
she was also, not 102. She died at 106. So again,
gone
too
soon. Too soon.
Dolores Bertha Schmidt, also known as Sister Jean, became a nun at 18.
Okay.
And then she continued onward. And then she later became the team chaplain. So she wore a lot of hats. But mostly, I love that run, and I love Sister Jean, and she just represented everything that is great about March Madness.
Okay, I'm gonna go with an upset moment here. It's the biggest upset ever, at least according to seeding, and that's Maryland, Baltimore County beating Virginia in that 2018 NCAA tournament when Virginia was the #1 overall seed. It's one of those moments, man. Like, they 16-1. We never thought it could happen, and it did. And then but want to say it happened the very next year. So the history didn't last that long. But yeah, I'll go UMBC over Virginia in 2018.
That's good.
Quality pick.
Yeah.
I would remember I was hosting trivia, and my father's blowing my phone up. I thought a family member was dying or had died or he'd been kidnapped. I don't know. So I go and answer. He's like, yo, are you watching this? No, I'm not. What's happening on? It's like, UMBC is beating Virginia. It's like, oh, is it close? It's like, oh, no. They're beating the hell out of Virginia. That was a good Virginia team they beat. That's a good pick. Give me number 3, 1994.
Ooh.
1995.
Good year.
UConn women's basketball team. They are plucky. They are new. They are up and coming. They are undefeated going into the tournament, but we hadn't seen but one women's basketball program finish a season undefeated up until that point. They're beating the hell out of teams. They beat somebody 100 and something to 27 on the season. They were curb stomping these teams. They just beat Tennessee in the regular season. But Pat Summitt's not going to lose to UConn twice in a year. Will she? National championship game. UConn finishes the undefeated season. It's like, oh my gosh, this is great. Rebecca Lobo. When Rebecca Lobo pops up on my screen, if I'm just flipping through the channels and I'm not intentionally watching something she's on, if she pops up, I sit the hell down and shut the hell up because of that tournament run, because of that season. 1995, that tournament where UConn finishes the undefeated season, just the second undefeated season in women's basketball history. Gino's first national championship. I remember, I'm 8 at the time. And so we don't have college basketball women's games on TV, right? Like that UConn Tennessee game that was played, the first one on MLK Day, like that was it pretty much. And that was so big that the AP postponed their polls by a day. Like, yo, we're going to wait for this week's poll until after that game. We don't have it on TV a whole bunch. We don't really talk about women's sports in any sort of real, like, tangible way at the time. And UConn, this is when it starts. Like, this is the moment when we decide, oh, you know what? Women's basketball is kind of interesting now. Let's get into this. Let's learn about Tara Vanderveer. Let's continue to talk about Pat Summitt, Tamika Catchings, Shamika Holslaw, who come after this moment, and we'll maybe we'll talk about a three-peat here. Not tipping my hand too much, but like this is the start of it. Kate, did they four-peat?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna take.
Oh, well now I might have to redo it. We don't get the moment of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in that game that You Can't See Me without this one first. So give it to me.
I don't want to tip my hand. My husband just texted me. Don't forget the Miracle Syracuse runs.
Shut up, Chris.
I don't think that one's gonna make the list.
Although it's an incredible run.
I want to make sure I get what I want, so I'm gonna take it. Give me 2015, number 14 Georgia State upsetting number 3 Baylor when R.J. Hunter hits the game-winning shot and his dad, his coach Ron Hunter, falls off his stool. And why is he
Ron
on
Hunter
the
was
stool?
going to get involved
Why
somehow.
Is
he lives in my head rent-free.
Because that man tore his Achilles celebrating his team winning the Sun Belt Championship that got them into the NCAA tournament. And then his son hits the game winner, and that man falls off his stool with a torn Achilles. And that was just a beautiful moment in NCAA history. I love Ron Hunter. I loved that. That was just, I remember exactly where I was watching that game. I fell into a table myself, and I cut this part of my arm, and I said, we're all injured watching this game because it was crazy.
I think about that man way more than I should.
I'm so
said, he lives in my head rent-free. I swear to God, when they make the Penny Hardaway movie one day, someone's playing Ron Hunter. Like, there's going to be like a Ron Hunter segment of that movie because he's just like a part of this whole story. It's just insane how he's become this character. It's like all happened after that big moment that you're talking about. It's just, my God, I think about him way too much.
Hold on, wait. Let me play Chris Luther's super special music.
No, don't play his music.
Okay, what is he doing?
He goes, the one that made us start dating, it meant nothing to you? We would be nothing without Syracuse basketball.
All right, he's got to get the music.
Jacob said, find a coach first. Exactly.
Come on, Chris. All right, Benny, you got it.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Okay. So I want to do. So I did my my favorite play. I did the big upset. So I think I want to do just biggest win and biggest player. So I'm gonna go. And I was actually, just to not date myself, I was not born when this happened. I was born the year after. But I'm going to go because it's one of the major March Madness moments that we always talk about in the lore. I'll go Villanova over Georgetown in '85. Patrick Ewing in the defending national championship. Georgetown Hoyas, they're on their way to capture another title. Villanova's the 8th seed. This is obviously a rivalry. And Villanova goes on this crazy run, actually beats the 2 seed Memphis in the Final Four to get to the championship game and play against Patrick Ewing and the Hoyas. So I'll go Villanova over Georgetown 85 just because it's one of those big March Madness moments that everybody, talks about when they talk about the history of the tournament. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's you.
All right. I will go. Need a buzzer beater. You got to have one buzzer beater. If either you're going to get a buzzer beater or a near buzzer beater, got to have it. Give it to me. Give me Enrique Agumabwale's shot. Notre Dame over Mississippi State. Going inbounds play, 3-point-something seconds left. Going right around the arch. Catches the ball, turns, heaves, arms going everywhere, legs going everywhere. Like it's a legit heave. Nothing but the bottom of the net. As the ball hits the floor as 0 hits the clock. Incredible, incredible moment. That was such a good moment. I'm pretty sure we led with that moment when I was on radio at Sports 56.
Yeah.
And like that's how big a thing it was. That was an incredible shot, an incredible moment. Made me fall in love with Enrique. Why I'm a Dallas Wings fan, even though they refuse to do right by my girl. They refuse to get her help. And when they get her help, they don't develop the help. They don't get a good system. They send the help away. Like, all right, whatever, man. But I digress, regress, and progress. That was a cool moment. That was wonderful. Give it to me, Enrique.
The rules for my list are that I have to have been born, but it doesn't mean that I was conscious. So give me my first Final Four I was ever alive for, 1992, the shot heard round the world. I'll take the Christian Laettner shot. I will take the Christian Laettner shot. Oh, that came off of the Grant Hill, length of the court pass, turnaround jumper at the buzzer that sent Duke to the Final Four. That was a shot that I had a basketball coach who would have us practice that shot at the end of practices just for fun over and over and over again. And we would like call it like it was actually going on. And it'd be Grant Hill to Christian Laettner, turnaround. Oh, everyone goes crazy. And that was probably my like introduction to basketball because I was a bébé. I was but 2 months old and I probably heard it on a TV and I said, oh, that sounds fun. I think I'm going to love this time of year. And it set the stage forever and always. Amen.
Okay. My last pick. Oh, no, I got 2 more. Hell yeah.
If Christian Laettner wasn't such a terrible person and Duke wasn't such an awful university, that would be a pick I'd take. And I'm playing Sports 8. I'm not playing Sports 8 though. I'm sure they're fine people and it's a fine university from what I hear. But whatever, I hate Duke.
Okay, I want to do it. I want to get a good player run here. So I could go Steph Curry's legend being born. I could go Jimmer Fredette in that run that he had. I could go Ali Farouk-Namesh. Remember him? Northern Iowa?
Yeah.
He's the coach of Colorado State now.
Yep.
I'm going to go Kemba Walker, that run that he had. Yeah, I'm going to go Kemba Walker, 2011. They go on the big run to win the Big East tournament, and then they win 6 more and win the title. It's one of the great March Madness runs we've ever seen from an individual player. So, yeah, give me Kemba Walker, 2011.
Great pick. Probably would have taken it to complete my perfect list.
There's so many to choose from. I have multiple pages of things to choose from. This has never happened in draft history. Can I forego my pick until the end? So that
No.
I don't like these rule changes.
I need to decide.
I was generous, but I'm not that generous.
Sorry.
So I can't. Even in the real draft, you can time out. What's the time limit on this? How much time do I have? Because I'm legitimately trying to figure some things out. Do I go with Tennessee and that 4-peat, Tamika, and
Oh, I thought you were talking about the UConn 4-peat. I'm sorry. Tennessee was a 3-peat.
Tennessee
UConn was the
3-peat.
4-peat.
Yeah,
Why would you take a 3-peat over a 4-peat?
Because here, where I was, in Clarksville, Tennessee,
it was everything.
They mattered. So Michael Jordan could walk down the street in Clarksville, Tennessee, and be hounded less than Tamika Catchings and Shamika Holslaw. Because that where we were. Like, that was an incredible moment. So can I, like, have I talked enough? Has my time not run out?
Your time's out.
Okay, you got it.
Make your pick.
No.
No, you have to make your pick.
You can't do this.
What do you mean I can't do this?
Make your pick.
What do you mean I can't do this? I can, but all the things that we've done in this goofy ass draft, timing out not being one of them. Okay, fine. Gosh, Jordan Poole is sitting there. I mean, you took Luke May, right?
No.
Luke May is sitting there. You took Chris Jenkins. Gordon Hayward's shot. Oh my God.
Fine. Do you want me to go? I'll go.
I mean, I was gonna go, but you got it. Go ahead.
I'm inspired.
Go ahead.
I'll take the shot that didn't count, that didn't make it. But that was almost one of the greatest shots that we ever had. Give me the Gordon Hayward.
That's good.
Half-court heave. That truly would have been the unanimous #1 pick in any of these kind of drafts moving forward for the rest of all time. It would have been so hard to beat. Butler, Duke, Final Four, Gordon Hayward heaves it from half-court, and God, it was so close. And it just doesn't go in. But it was incredible. It was such an incredible time. Like centimeters away from a championship. Is that it?
Okay.
That's a good one. I had that on my list.
A good time.
God,
I didn't want you to get too far down on your list and then remember you had it.
I've got so many on here that I'm having trouble choosing between. So there was, I mean, I could go like super historical, but I already did like the 85 championship.
You want to round out your list?
I mean, obviously, like, Texas Western beating Kentucky. That's, that's one of the great historical moments in March history.
Bird Magic is one I'm trying to decide from.
The Jimmy V.
Yeah. Jimmy V is something else that's in there.
I got the UMBC over Virginia, and didn't even mention like Virginia comes back and wins the national championship the next year, so it's like a big redemption story.
Steph Curry's run.
Steph Curry. I mean, even like last year, the Houston comeback versus Duke to get to the national championship game. I'm not going to do that one because they didn't win the national championship. I think I'll just. God, I mean, John Wooden won 7 straight national titles with UCLA.
He did.
I think just go ahead and give me. Yeah, that's a lot. Give me that. John Wooden leads UCLA to 7 consecutive national titles. That's never going to happen again.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
What are you going with?
Yeah, that would be 67 to 73.
Magic, and Bird is big. The Chris Webber timeout is important because I'm a Michigan fan, but it's important because like this is the time for lessons to be learned from people not involved. And as a kid, I'm a little twerp because at 8, 9 years old, you are what you are. You don't really regulate well. You couldn't make a mistake around me that affected me and I not blow up at you about it. I couldn't make a mistake and not get down and legit cry and shake. And I remember my father and my mother making me sit down because I was alive like you were for some of these. I was alive, but I wasn't aware of what was going on. They made me watch like a documentary or something about the Fab Five. And I'm all into it. I'm like, yo, they're going to get one. And then the timeout happens. Chris breaks down. Jawan, Jalen, Jimmy, Ray, everybody's consulting. Steve Fisher is around trying to console him and whatnot. And my father and my parents used that as a lesson. Like, hey, look, great as he was, mistakes happen. You can't always be perfect. He lost, and look at his teammates. And there was a moment where a player hugged Chris Webber going into the locker room. It was like, oh, okay, I get it now. That's what everybody should be grateful they showed me that. Because they didn't. Ain't no telling how awful a human being. You think I'm bad now. Ain't no telling. I'd be way worse. So I thought about taking Leon Derricks hugging Chris Webber in the tunnel as Chris Webber breaks down. But I won't. What?
There's one that we're going to leave off that everyone's going to be mad at us about.
I guarantee you it won't be.
Okay.
I guarantee they won't be mad.
Okay.
Because I guarantee you I'll take it.
Go.
Give me Mario Chalmers. The shot over Memphis.
That is not what I was talking about. And how dare you? What's wrong with you?
To get to overtime.
What's
I remember where I was. Do you guys remember where you were?
Oh, yeah.
Memphis had the game. We were done watching it. We were hanging out in our dorm room, kicking it with some ladies like, hey, let's sit down and watch this game. It got out of control, so we thought Memphis was going to win it all. Let's go. All right, Derrick Rose and them. Bennett, you okay? Stick with me, Bennett. Derrick Rose and them, they're going to get a championship in Memphis. I'm having arguments with dudes I went to high school with. I'm in Tuskegee, Alabama. They're in Auburn. Like, yeah, don't really like Memphis. They play like a bunch of thugs. Like, thugs? Wait a damn minute. What do you mean, thugs? So now I'm kind of rooting for Memphis. And Memphis is going to win. It's like, great, we're done. We don't need to keep watching this. Let's go do something else. We go out and we're bobbing about, and somebody comes up like, yo, y'all know that game is in overtime now. Like, no, what happened? Chalmers shot. Oh, I got to go back and find this. And this was back when the only way to find it was in replays on ESPN. So we watched the overtime, which the Memphis Tigers, I don't know if you remember the results, they lost.
I remember
and then in the morning, or right after the game, they showed the highlights and showed Chalmers' shot, and boy, was it incredible. Now we got conflicting stories. Cal is saying he told people to foul. People are in the huddle saying, no, if Cal told us to foul, we were going to foul, especially that player. That player was going to foul because he did what Cal told him to do. So we weren't told to foul, and now Memphis done got a banner.
Excellent heel pick.
I will never forget because we were at a big party watching this, big party for the championship game, and I will never forget the ride home after that game because the streets are packed, because everybody was going to a party to watch the national championship game, right? And it was so eerily just quiet. It felt quiet outside. Like it just. Like my buddy was driving, and we didn't say a word. We just sat there, and the whole ride back, just like, wow, I cannot believe that just happened.
Oh.
And I think about it every day.
Every single
By the way,
day.
worth mentioning the use, because I saw some people talking about it in the chat. That UCLA 7 consecutive championships. The last one was against Memphis. It was the Bill Walton 44-point game. 21 of 22.
Why do you hate your university so much? Why did you take that game?
That's why I put the CDR moment number 1 to show
he
my
wanted to
loyalty.
be clear. He wanted to make his loyalty
I'm
clear.
wearing my gear. Like, come on. Yeah. Larry Finch had 29 points in that game too.
I know we always talk about that Northern Iowa shot, but the Northern Iowa Texas A&M game was honestly better than the shot. Like, Northern Iowa loses that game, but that's where they were up 12 with like 44 seconds left, and I went back and watched how that transpired, just turnover after turnover after turnover. That was a crazy, crazy game. We've had so many fun moments.
Yeah. Now
George Mason's run to the Final Four was on my short list.
Mine too. We left out NC State over Houston, the Jimmy B game. Like that was
I brought it up.
That's the big omission, I think. Yeah.
Do we talk about the Bryce Drew shot? That one's always one that gets brought up. But all right, I think we have to take one more break. Oh, we don't? Great. Then we can go straight to show.
I thought we had 3 breaks, 2 in show, and then 1 on the switch.
All right, no
thank
break.
you, Jacob.
Jacob says no rules.
Thanks,
It's
Jacob.
Thursday.
I love it.
If you told, do you ever think about this? If you told the little version of yourself who was, I don't know about you guys, but I was always just trying to watch the games during school. And I remember when there was one laptop in class and we would all just try to sneak over to it and find a way to, and this was in high school. So at this point there was streaming. Somebody had a DirecTV early login that you could pay for the March Madness website and you could go from game to game to game. And at one point my teacher just gave up and was like, if you want to watch the games with Jessica, go sit back here. If you want to study for the AP stats test, you sit up here. And I was like, yes, score. I have my group sitting in the back. But now we get to do this show. Sometimes it just strikes me on a Thursday. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Look at us.
Look at us. For most of my childhood, and Bennett, you're the same way. The internet, not most, for all of my early childhood, the internet didn't exist in any sort of capacity.
Form, yeah.
And then when it came into existence, it didn't exist in a way anywhere
on the go.
Similar,
it didn't exist on the go.
Similar to what it is now. And for my elementary and middle school, I'll say until about maybe freshman or sophomore year of high school, the games would be going on, and there was just no way for me to keep up with it. I couldn't walk around with a Walkman and listen to the games on the radio because they were big on belts and seeing everything that you had. I couldn't wear a jacket like this around campus. So I really just, for 8th and 9th grade, was like, all right, I'll figure out what the games are, what's going on with the games later. But then they put TVs in plasma gasmic. Y'all remember the first flat screens, the plasma gasmics?
Yes.
The plasma gasmic screens with announcements on them. And then during March Madness, it switched and they put games up. And when I tell you, the way we were huddled around those TVs between classes, late to classes, going to the restroom, leaving class early. Everybody knew what it was. It was the madness. We had our brackets. Let's go. Let's watch. And now, Jessica, to your point, get to do this. I worked a cubicle job. I don't know if y'all have ever worked cubicle jobs, but I worked a 9 to 5 only in a cubicle. The way I would not do any work on Thursday and Friday, boy. I clock in. And I'd move that mouse around. But, boy, I wasn't logging nothing. I wasn't doing anything because I would pull that stuff up on a phone or on a laptop, and I would be watching it.
So I've seen people suggest that there's like this weird Mandela effect going on because you've seen a lot of the viral posts of the big box TV with on the cart that that they pulled into the classroom.
That couldn't have had the games on it.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people say, I don't know who y'all's teachers were, but nobody let us watch that. And I can vividly, it just depends on who your teachers were, right? Like, because I can vividly remember being in a classroom and a teacher flipping on a March Madness game. Now, it might have been because the Tigers were playing and we're in Memphis, but like I can vividly remember that. I don't think it's just a fake memory. I think that happened for some people where if you had a cool teacher, they flipped on the tournament this time of year on those box TVs.
I was trying to remember too, because obviously we didn't have, like, True TV didn't exist.
Right.
So were some of the games... Could you see every game?
No.
I don't think you could.
No.
But I also remember, obviously I have a lot of really personal memories with the tournament. It's a special thing for me. And when my dad was on the committee, I would always try to watch whatever game he was at the site of, because he would have he would do baseball signals to me. We would have like a code. And so he would like do whatever, like tug on his ear and stuff. And so I would be like locked in, and they would change. I remember they would change from the game that my dad was at, and I would be irate. And but I don't know if that's a real memory or a memory that I've made like later in life. But I just remember being so mad because I'd be like, what do you mean you're turning to the better game? I have to get my baseball signal from my dad. Like, what am I going to do in this situation? Because he didn't have cell phones then either. So like, you're not texting.
So what is he
signaling
signaling you for?
Just to say I love you.
Just,
to
I
say
love
hi.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like it's,
just
you
like,
know.
hey.
Because those committee members are all sitting at the long table. And it was always just a sweet little thing. So those were the good old days. Let's show our brackets.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Throw mine up, Jacob, because mine is the right one, and that's the one everybody needs to see. We going region by region, or y'all just going to critique my bracket?
I'm just going to grade your bracket.
All right, that's the Midwest region.
Oh.
Right there.
Shocking.
I'm extremely surprised.
Oh, we both have Hofstra beating Alabama.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took that as well.
100 pounds a week to do that.
Oh, no, we both have. Oh, I hate when we pick the same upsets. I picked Miami beating Tennessee as well.
Yeah, Michigan is running around out here. Most efficient defense per 100 possessions. Michigan is third in net efficiency on Ken Palm. They're the best team in the nation. Forget that Duke game. They're going to win it all.
I saw that they were warming up to Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten, and I would like to change my pick and make them my national champion just for that reason, and that not because they're the best team in the nation, clearly, but because they have excellent taste in music.
Entering the tourney, 95% of the national champs had a top 21 all offense and a top 44 defense. Those teams, it's 9 of them this year. Those teams are Texas Tech, Vandy, Purdue, Illinois, Iowa State, Houston, Florida, Arizona, Duke, Michigan. Oh,
okay. Are we going one region at a time? Is that what we're? No, now here's your
my
South region. Okay.
All right there. Have I changed it? I didn't change it. Okay, because I've been changing stuff all over the place.
VCU.
Yeah. VCU. I gotta have some upsets somewhere. Why did I choose VCU? 11 seeds. They are 31-29 in the first round since 2010. Okay. So you've got to have at least one, probably multiple 11 seeds getting through there. That was just the 11 seed that I settled on. All right, throw the next one up, Jacob. My East region got UConn because it's about the storyline. St. John's, UConn. And an Elite 8 matchup, UConn. Can they lose to the Johnnies 4 straight times in one season? No. Give them to me. Also got Michigan State to F up out of there as soon as possible. Not going to let them ruin my bracket, get me disappointed again. I picked Michigan State. The one time I picked those sorry-ass Spartans to win it all, they lost to Middle Tennessee State in the first effing round. I'm not making that mistake again.
Hate when that happens.
South Florida is the other 11 seed that I had it advancing. Because, again, you got to pick multiple 11 seeds, so that's what I did. All right, Jacob, throw up the next one. My West region, Arizona. Got Missouri getting to the Elite Eight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Cinderella run for Missouri.
Got High Point taking care of Arkansas as well, getting them up out of here. Couldn't wait to see where BYU was, get them up out of here as well.
This show has a long storied history with Dennis Gates. Look at you now.
Shout out to the Cleveland shirt.
Yes.
Ended up shrinking on me. So
I'm so sorry. That would have been a green one for you to wear too.
Do we still have the Magnus?
I think so.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Yeah. I might walk around with him for good luck today.
All right, Bennett. Oh, you have your national champion is Michigan.
Final Four, UConn, Florida,
wow,
Arizona,
3 1s and a 2.
But like, what do
Brave.
we? What are we supposed to do?
Mine's the same.
Like most of the time,
I've only got one.
Most of the time, it's the 1s and the 2s that get there.
It's true. That's how it's kind of going.
The good teams, you get upsets in the first round because there are teams that we think are good. By the time we get to the Sweet 16 Elite Eight,
teams we know are
the
good.
teams we know are good usually raise up to be good. Bartorvik, best 5 odds. Duke, 20%. Michigan, 17.9%. Arizona, 14.8%. Florida, 9.1%. Houston, 7%. Bartorvik.com, best odds to win it all. 15 of the past 27 champs have won their conference tournament also. So Michigan wins. It will buck that trend a little bit.
Okay.
All right, Bennett.
Bennett, you're up.
All right. Tell us everyone you want up there. Okay, Midwest. We were talking about that one earlier. The only, I like the Miami, Ohio thing. I don't know. I think they haven't really played anybody. That was like their best win of the season over SMU. So I'm not buying that they're gonna make some magical run, even though I want them to. I'm rooting for them. This one's kind of chalky. This bracket. The Santa Clara. That's what I wanted to talk about. The Santa Clara, Kentucky is gonna piss everyone off because everyone's picking Santa Clara, and Kentucky's gonna end up winning that. Do you have Santa Clara too?
I can't remember. I went back and forth.
We'll find out.
I feel like that's going to be the one that everyone's like, why did I even do that?
Okay.
Because I feel like that's everybody's favorite upset. All right, what's the next one?
You're South.
Oh, you got Houston over Florida. Okay, I'm inches away.
Okay, so I just want to see like cool storylines, and we talked about that Duke-Houston game last year, and so I've got Duke and Houston meeting in the Final Four. Same spot that they were last year when Houston had that comeback win. So I want to see that. So I was kind of rooting for that. Nebraska is the team that I've latched onto this whole season. I've been rolling with the Huskers. Yeah, I've been rolling with the Huskers all season. It goes back to when they played here in the NCAA tournament and brought their fans here. And I want to see them get that first NCAA tournament win. So I'm rooting for them to make a little Cinderella run in this tournament.
If Stanford gets hot, like he's their shooter, leads the nation in 3-point makes and 3-point attempts. If he gets hot, then look out for him. But I don't think he'll get hot. I hate Nebraska. I hope they lose immediately.
Okay.
It'll be another year without them having a tournament win.
That's hurtful. All right, next one. Next region. Yeah, so okay.
You're talking about me being chalky.
Okay, he has USF in the.
So did CJ.
So do I.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because you didn't want Michigan State.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think, okay, the reason that I did this is because it doesn't have anything to do with numbers or anything like that. It's because Hodgson turned down the Syracuse job, and I was like, oh, man, they're going to rally around their coach. Like, he was like, you're not taking me. We're doing this. We're in this together. So I feel like that they're going to, Louisville, is Mikael Brown going to play? Like, that's the big thing, right?
Yeah.
And so
he's not in the first game, right?
Okay, so
I thought that was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not either. So if he doesn't, then I think they lose.
That's why I have South Florida beating Louisville. If he doesn't play, I think they lose. South Florida, one of the best rebounding teams, and then the best from a statistical standpoint rebounding team in the nation. A potential South Florida versus Michigan State matchup in the second round of the tournament. That's one of my favorite second round matchups of the second round, potentially. Because that'll be Michigan State physicality against South Florida physicality.
That USF team, I talked about this yesterday because we were talking about the Ed Scott press conference, and he talked about how they were going to hire a new strength and conditioning coach. And I vividly remember the first game that the Tigers played against South Florida, and I was like, wow, they're way bigger than we are. Like that team looks like a, Power 5 team just when they go out on the court. And so I think they can hang. I think they're physical, like you said, CJ. So I think they're going to be able to to have a nice little run. Okay.
Correction, they're the second best rebounding team in the nation. All right,
okay. And then this one's the one that I had the big upset with Arkansas. I think Acuff's got potential to be like one of the big stories of this NCAA tournament. He's one of those guys, one of those players in college basketball that can just put a team on his back. So yeah, I'm going Arkansas for the upset over Arizona.
And Duke is your champion.
Duke's my champ. Yeah.
I like the Arkansas pick. I really wanted to make it happen. We have a few more minutes in this part before we turn it over to the Vernon Show crew. I'll go through my brackets real lickety split here. I, at the last minute yesterday, did pick Miami to upset Tennessee and Hofstra to upset Alabama. Nice. Is it likely that both of those happen? Probably not, but I can convince myself on both. I've become very, very interested in this Cruz Davis player at Hofstra. I love the fact that they're coached by Speedy Claxton. Alabama dealing with not having their second leading scorer, with the whole Weedgate situation. I don't know. I just like the energy behind Hofstra. And then with Miami, they just have the buzz. Sometimes there is just a team that is able to ride the vibes into this tournament. And should Tennessee beat them? Yes. But does wacky stuff happen this month? Absolutely. And if they're going to make 16 threes, Alabama has such a firepower offense, they can hang with them in that case. So I would love to see a shootout between those two teams. Going to the other region, the South, no huge upsets. I have Vanderbilt playing Florida, which I think would be a very fun game, but I really want that Florida-Houston game, as many of us do. Yep. And I have Houston advancing to the Final Four out of that one. Going into the next region, the East, St. John's Duke. I want to pick St. John's so bad, but I couldn't do it. My weird pick, I hate this, trust me. It's like CJ picking against Michigan State. I have UCLA making it to the Elite Eight. I don't feel good about it. I am hoping and praying for the UCLA-UConn game because the meltdown between either Dan Hurley or Mick Cronin will be one for the ages. And speaking of memes that can be memed this month, that will do it. And then ultimately my last pick to advance is Arizona. I have Arizona-Purdue. I just couldn't pick Arkansas to upset Arizona, but we'll see how it is. I was reminded, Gonzaga, we always end up sleeping on the Zags. Most wins over the last 10 NCAA tournaments. Gonzaga with 28. So they're always around. They're always fun ways to win games. And then I have Duke winning it all because I am boring and I hate this. I hate having 1-2, 1-2. I hate Duke being my national champion, but it's just the way we are. Womp womp. All right, we'll all be back here tomorrow morning for the second edition of the Grind City Media College Hoops Mega Madness Show, but do not go anywhere because coming up next, Chris Vernon, John Roser, Devin Walker, they're going to come in studio. Gary Parrish is going to join them at some point from New York City, and we'll continue to get you all ready for these games that start at 11:15 a.m. If you're in Memphis, come to Max's. We'll hang out. We'll watch some games this afternoon. We'll see you all later. We'll be right back on the other side.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are expected to cede all Supersonics history back to Seattle when that city gets a new NBA franchise. And Oklahoma City has said, when you guys get your little basketball thing, we'll give you all your little history back. So you can have all your little Gary Payton and all your little Sean Kemp stuff, and we'll just focus on our Shai Gilgeous-Alexander MVPs. That seems fair, doesn't it?
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies Vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
The Grizzlies have been consistent as one of the top 2 or 3 most productive benches all season long.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Wells, a rhythm 3. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
Here we go. It's 9:36. I'm Chris Vernon. It's the Mega March Madness show. Bennett Doyle is here.
Yo.
Devin Walker is here.
Yeah, we lit. We lit.
And I'm going to tell you that we're going to get you ready for the NCAA tournament, which is going to be starting today at 11:15 our time. I will tell you at the beginning of this show, before we get into all of the college basketball that is going to be going on today, it took I finally finished my bracket last night, and I did get paralysis by analysis like everybody else, and I'm eagerly awaiting some team to break my heart by, I don't know, probably 3 p.m. Central today. The worst one I can ever remember, honestly, was... It was me and Roser are at 7:30. So Roser's not here today because he's calling the hustle game. Yeah. They play at 11.
It's the makeup for the makeup game.
And might be the most ill-timed hustle game that you have to call in the history of hustle games because it's right when the NCAA tournament starts. So Roser, thoughts and prayers with him calling the hustle versus the Stockton Kings today. But anyways, 100 years ago, we were at AM 7:30, and I was doing 3 to 6 in the afternoons. And I came on the air, and I had done my whole bracket, and I had Michigan State winning the national championship. And Kermit Davis and Middle Tennessee University beat them. It was the Denzel Valentine team in the first round. And it's happening as we are on the air. And I remember getting off and I was live betting it the entire time. I was like, there's no way Michigan State's going to lose. No. Number one, I got slaughtered and I lost my team. So nothing will ever defeat that. Like, there's no team. I mean, Duke's not going to lose to a 16 team. Little peek ahead. That's who I ended up having winning the whole thing. And we will get to thought process on all of the bracket stuff and the games that are going on today. First thing I will say is my man Alan Boston has been dead on about everything so far. He'll rejoin us tomorrow so we can talk to him about the Saturday games. But those first 4 games, he nailed all of them last night. And last night was Prairie View. They ran out.
Shout out to the Memphis Kid, by the way.
Yeah, the Memphis Kid and Miami, Ohio won by double digits last night. And, man, is there a lot of controversy there with people saying that SMU pulled a fast one on the NCAA tournament committee by saying that B.J. Edwards was going to be available to play. And so the thought process is that's why they put him in the tournament, right? Because they said they were getting their guy back, and then it came time for the NCAA tournament, and he wasn't back, and it's like, oh, dude, you're wrong for that, right? Mm-hmm. You're wrong for that. And good for Miami, Ohio, proving their worth, especially after everybody dinged them for what was their schedule this year and where they were in the advanced analytics and everything. They showed up and not only won their game, but they won it by double digits. Before I get to all of the NCAA tournament games that are going on today and our brackets and everything else, I'm going to tell you guys a good little story, okay?
Okay.
So every morning I get up, start getting the show together, we'll drink my coffee, and then I'll go and I'll take my dog for a walk. It's a morning routine, right, that we have. We walk around the neighborhood, and if you ever walked around a neighborhood with a dog, every once in a while you cross paths, and many times we do, cross paths with other dogs. There's a lot of dogs that I know within the neighborhood, right? So we'll be walking, and as soon as I say their name, he'll get so excited because my dog just wants to be friends with everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll say, oh, there's Hal. He'll go running over to Hal. Hal's a big old golden retriever. Or I'll say, look, there's Tonka. And Tonka's a little like Cavapoo, that is. And so he knows most of the neighborhood dogs. And then there's some dogs that freak out, right? Like their owners have to they're holding them and their veins are all coming out of their arms because they see dogs and they don't want to be friends, right? So I got a problem because my dog wants to be friends with all these dogs, and then you got to kind of know the demeanor or whatever else. So anyways, we're walking down the street this morning, right? And there's an older couple that's walking down the street. And when I tell you from 30 yards away, I can see the most beautiful pulsating blue eyes from this husky. There's a husky that they're walking. You don't see these a lot, right? Mm-hmm. How many people got a husky? And this thing is gorgeous. It looks like it should be in a movie, right? Mm-hmm. So this old couple's walking by, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if this husky's cool with other dogs. So we just kind of keep on walking. Husky's got a perfect demeanor. He's just walking down the street, no big problem. So I kind of look at the old couple, they'll wave as they're walking their husky. Just kind of like a nod, like, hey, you got a good dog too, right? This older gentleman, he looks right at me. And I think he's going to say something, hey, good morning or whatever. You know what this guy says to me? Looks right at me and he goes, I don't know these people. He goes, how awesome is Ty Jerome?
Hell yeah.
I was like, he's awesome. I was just, keep in mind, I'm in my pajamas. I'm walking my dog down the street. I see this guy with the husky. I don't know what the conversation's going to be like. The guy looks up to me, the older gentleman, is older couple. And then the wife chimes in. She's like, God, he's great. And I was like, you know what? He is. That is the first time something like someone has positively stopped me in months.
Yeah.
Months. Every time Every time I get stopped at a grocery store, out and about, at the gas station, no matter what it is, it's one of two things. For 3 weeks, it was, man, I hate to lose Jaron. That was the conversation starter. Now it's been, what are we going to do with our Grizzlies? That's the question.
Yes.
And that's all anybody ever says to me. What are we going to do with our Grizzlies? What are we going to do with our Grizzlies? And then I'm like, I just got to try to get lucky in the, you know what I mean? Like, let's pray for the ping pong balls, right? Hopefully AJ DeBan started. You know, I switch up my answer every once in a while. But there I am walking my dog this morning, and the guy says, how awesome is Ty Jerome? I was like, huh. Just for one morning, it was positive.
Yeah.
And I felt that way last night. I tell you this, it was such a wild deal last night. So I don't know if you know this, but Fish had a very, very terrible wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, I saw he posted his shoe went out.
And then he had to do the walk-off interview. You know, he hadn't had to do a walk-off interview in months.
Long time here. We ain't won a game in years.
All right. He does Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome is great. Jessica does Taylor Hendricks, who's great. We, on our broadcast, have on Omax, who is amazing. Like, amazing on the air. I got to get him in studio. That guy is great.
Shout out Omax, man.
Yeah, no, he was fantastic.
Yeah,
and you know what, bro, honestly, it was one of those nights where I know that, like, look, it's not exactly like they put their best foot forward and the Nuggets just could not win that game. But for all those, you know, sometimes it all gets separated and it all just feels like a business, and the business is, you know, losing is incentivized at this point in the year. But those guys have lost 8 games in a row, and they just beat one of the best teams in the NBA with maybe the best player in the world. Just to see everybody, like, smiling and happy and getting to do interviews after the game and talk about work paying off and talk about how everybody played so hard and the effort and the whatever. I was like, you know what, bro? They needed this. Like, I got it. I understand. There's going to be nerds out there that are like, it's going to hurt us in the lottery.
Stop.
You know,
and that exact voice, too.
they needed it. Like, bro, they needed something. Like, otherwise,
it's going to be okay. I mean, they play the Celtics on Friday, and then they got to travel to Charlotte. Like, it'll work itself out. Don't worry.
You can't just lose every single game,
right,
bro. Like, you got to have something interspersed in there with a little relief. And I will tell you, just as a person who everybody I talk to talks to me about the team, I needed that positive interaction this morning. That's the first positive Grizzlies interaction I have had in 3 months.
Yeah, she was like,
and I was like, I was so stunned that I was almost like, hey, can we, me and you guys and the Husky and Charlie, can we just be friends?
Yeah.
Because I need something like this in my life. This guy, that's all he said. An older couple just pleasantly walking their Husky in the morning, and the guy says to me, how awesome is Ty Jerome? And I said,
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible,
which I love so much.
you know what they called it?
What?
The Bear Claw 3.
I love that.
Instead of the logo.
I like the Bear
Claw 3 because he's shooting it from the claw.
Shooting it from the claw, bro.
Yeah.
Let it fly from the claw. I love it.
I showed you this morning, another cool thing that happened last night was 2 blonde chicks that appeared to be twins were trying to hump Aaron Gordon and held up signs literally saying they wanted to hump Aaron Gordon, and they got kicked out.
Yeah.
So he didn't play last night.
Signs were pretty aggressive.
Can you imagine coming to a game with those signs, bro? Because those signs were out. Those signs were out. Like, you showed it to me. She
were out of pocket.
She let her know the landing strip was there.
Yes. Yep. It was.
Hey, and they had.
That's not good around children.
No, and they had every opportunity to put those things up. I was watching the interaction. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, they were hammered.
Yeah.
Who knows? They want to Air Gordon that bad.
They wanted Aaron Gordon that bad. Anyways, look, Aaron Gordon didn't even play last night.
I know, right?
All right. Let me tell you something about today's games. All right. Gary Parrish is going to be joining us later in the show as well. So the second game today on the docket is one that's already got me a little bit nervous. and that is Nebraska versus Troy. Okay, no.
Oh, man. That's my team. I'm all in on Nebraska.
Okay, so I loved Nebraska a few years ago when they were in the NCAA tournament here.
Yes.
I sat in their section, and I wanted that fan base to win so bad. The last time I can remember a fan base like taking over an arena like that, and like and not a non-blue blood that took over our arena, where I was like, oh, this feels like the whole town is here, was Dayton. When Dayton was here during, I think it was Archie Miller was coaching them, I swear I felt like the entire city of Dayton was at FedEx Forum. And I was like, oh, I really want these people to win, right? Because you end up coming around all these random fan bases whenever you're hosting an NCAA tournament site. And so Dayton was one of them. But then Nebraska a few years ago when they got run out by Texas A&M, you know, the whole story leading in was these people have all traveled here because they're ready to see their first ever NCAA tournament win. The backstory on Nebraska is that they are the only power conference school, the only one in the country that has never won an NCAA tournament game. The only one. So history would tell you they don't win in the NCAA tournament. That being said, I was in on Nebraska as well. I have them in my bracket as well, but I'm a little worried, Bennett. I'm a little worried because
you should be.
I'm worried.
Oh, here's why. I get overtaken by the things that I see on the internet and people that I end up liking. So like this guy from South Florida, and I saw you had them going far, Bennett. Him saying, you know, a lot of people don't know this. My father's got dementia. I'm from Western New York. When the bracket came out, I saw we were in Buffalo. I've been a head coach for 3 years. My father, because of his condition, cannot travel. This is going to be the first game my dad ever gets to see me coach. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah. How can you bet against that?
I mean, seriously. Anyway, Troy kind of got me this morning. Now, look, they may end up losing by 100 today to Nebraska.
Please tell me it's the video. I think it is.
We take the stairs.
No elevators.
This guy, no elevators, no escalators. Yeah. This is the kid from Troy. Oh, my God.
We try to pride ourselves in being a tough team. That's our motto. Take the stairs, you know, so we try to be tough in every aspect. Tough when we go rebound, tough when we in the stands playing defense, tough on offense, getting level-headed. And
take the stairs?
Take the stairs. Take the stairs. In the hotel we're in, no elevators, take the stairs. We always taking the stairs. It's a way of life, honestly. Just getting out the mud, you know, so, hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, again,
no elevators.
I'm just telling you, I am susceptible to the 30-second clips. Also, in all the year, now I don't know, surely they didn't rip that off from somebody, because I've never heard that before. Take the stairs is unbelievable team motto.
Put on a T-shirt.
That is so good.
It's like on a playoff T-shirt, take the stairs, I'm with it.
It also feels like the kind of thing that catches.
Yeah.
Troy pulled the upset and take the stairs. You know what I mean? The same way anybody that pulls it upset.
They're taking the stairs to the second round.
I know.
You already got the call,
Their
bro.
motto is take the stairs. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, no. Not to mention it's like Nebraska, who just like is totally snake bit when it comes to trying to get an NCAA. So that was one this morning. I feel like I have been so persuaded by the way that last year's NCAA tournament went in this age of NIL that I used to do the like fun bracket.
Oh yeah, I wanted to really bad.
Yeah, and you just can't. It's almost like, you know what it felt like when I was filling this out? It felt like baseball, where I kept getting to it, and I was like, okay, but they're not beating the Dodgers. The Dodgers spend $300 billion. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is what college sports is. It's like, you know, like they spend way more money. They got way better players.
Yeah, where's that payroll?
They got
team
way
at,
better
bro?
players. Like you see these small schools, and that is when they say like Cinderella's dead. It's because they spend $1 million on their team, and the team they're playing spend 20.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have better players, you got a real problem on your hands, brother. And so I found it very, very hard. I don't think I have in the Sweet 16. I don't have one high seed.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be one, but I just couldn't settle on one that convinced me. I don't even have a high seed with a chance.
What do you consider a high seed? Like 5 and up?
7?
7 and up?
To get a Sweet 16, you said?
Yeah, there's usually one that's in the Sweet 16, right? There's usually one. And again, they're not going to be in the Elite Eight. They're not going to be in the Final Four. But there's usually one that could get to the Sweet 16. I couldn't find one to get there.
I thought JB had an interesting one in her bracket, which was UCLA, which kind of stood out. Yeah.
I had them and Michigan State playing each other, and I had Michigan State moving on. But, I mean, UCLA, it's not exactly Cinderella.
That's not Cinderella, no, exactly.
The 7 seed is in the Sweet 16, and that's Miami because I like their coach.
But again, that's a
phenomenal.
P5,
it's a Power 5 school.
Yeah,
man. As far as like mid majors, I mean, obviously we saw Utah State, and that's a good team. You're going up against Arizona.
Right.
Everybody has to win the national championship.
Well, no, and so you wonder, like, a Hawaii or a High Point or a Cal Baptist or a Wright.
I watched a lot of Hawaii this year. I hear that one.
Or a Wright State. Wright State, right? Like, I mean, look, is it the most shocking thing ever if Wright State beat Virginia and then knocked off Rick Barnes? Not the most shocking thing ever. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be one of these. Santa Clara, maybe?
That's the one that everybody's. I think that's the one that's going to piss everybody off because I feel like everybody's going with the Santa Clara over Kentucky, and I just feel like that one's going to make everyone mad.
Yeah, it's for sure.
I'm going with it too.
It's for sure going to be somebody that nobody expects, right? Maybe it's McNeese.
Maybe it's Tennessee State.
Tennessee State.
Maybe it's
Tennessee State's a 16, bro.
No, they're at 15.
Oh, 15?
15, bro.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Cal Baptist. I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, I do think that.
I just wanted to have some fun on my record.
I'm going to tell you something. All right. Look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tennessee State would be my Michigan State MTSU all over again. I have Iowa State going to the Final Four.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh.
So you know what?
Yeah, you're rooting for Iowa State.
No, but you might go. And it also is like that. You remember that Middle Tennessee State team, not only was their defense great, they played fast as crap. That is what Tennessee State, Nolan's team, that's their thing. Yeah. They play super fast. But that Iowa State team is great.
What about Hofstra?
Oh, Speedy?
Speedy and them over Bama.
I'm just saying.
Throw some ones out there.
There was none of them that I really wanted to back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard Allen yesterday.
I know there's going to be one of them that moves on, but I couldn't settle on it. I couldn't talk myself into it.
I think the North Dakota State's kind of fun because I think this is Izzo's even said that this isn't like his, one of his better teams. He said he's enjoyed. He said he's enjoyed coaching this team this year. And that's
come on, dude. I haven't seen North Dakota State play. I don't know.
But that is like one of those schools. Like they're one of those that wants to move up in the college sports world. Like they put a lot of money into that thing. They're trying. I think they're moving.
North
up
Dakota State is.
Yeah, in football and basketball. Yeah.
No, that's South.
Oh, that's South Dakota State. The Jackrabbits.
They're the Bisons, bro. They're the Bison. Okay.
Yeah, North Dakota State's they always win the D3 championship in football. Like
that's
they're trying to move. Yeah.
Wentworth, they're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, you ready for this?
What you got, bro?
Your favorite.
So you're gonna blow my mind today, Paul.
Because it's your favorite thing in the world.
What?
What is your favorite piece of data when it comes to basketball teams?
The light-skinned dudes?
No, data.
What? What's my favorite piece of data? What's my favorite piece of data?
What?
Like actual data or like my data?
Your favorite.
Not shot quality.
Shot
quality.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Who's the best at it?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
Who's the best at
The
it?
number one team in the country.
Give it to me.
Purdue. Who's number 2 in shot quality?
Oh, no.
Michigan?
Duke.
Oh.
Who's number 3 in shot quality?
Michigan.
Iowa State.
Oh.
Who's number 4 in shot quality? And this is going to shock you. And this is a team that shot quality has going very far in the NCAA tournament. Now, I don't know how dependent it is upon what has taken place with this team in the fact that they lost one of the top 5 players in the country, Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah, they lost Toppin. Yeah.
Texas Tech is an amazing shot quality team. How about this one? And this one's going to number 5 in shot quality. I'm just giving you this in terms of when we look and we go, oh, my God, they ended up moving on. You're not going to like this, Bennett. You are not going to like this one.
Who is it?
You are not going to like this one. Number 5 team in the country in terms of shot quality. Louisville.
Oh, really?
That's tough for you, Bennett.
Even without,
that is tough.
Even without what, Mikael
that
Brown?
is tough for you, Bennett.
That's the thing. We're not going to have.
Play.
They do shoot a lot. They shoot a lot of threes.
6 is Michigan.
Okay.
7 is Florida. I mean, this does match up with who you think are the best teams by and large, right? BYU is 8. Illinois 9. Arkansas 10.
Yeah, that's my Final Four, baby.
I'm just saying, there's some of these teams that are much higher in shot quality, and they say if the games were just played on paper, here's who would win these games, right? Versus based on the shot quality over the course of the season. I will tell you, some that are a little bit lower than what you think. And so this is just keep an eye in case these teams get ousted. I'll be able to come in here and tell Devin, hey, man, shot quality.
Let me guess. Arkansas.
No, they're 10. They're higher.
Oh, they are higher.
Yes.
How about that? Shout out Coach
Bennett.
Cal. Okay.
Woo pig, bro.
I mean, they drive and kick and get open threes.
Yep, sure do.
Lower shot quality teams.
I mean, lower than they are.
St. John's?
Nope.
Houston.
Yep, there we
Houston is
because GP was telling me about that. It's why he didn't have them because they've been a favorite of the Gary Parrish show over the years. And
19th. Their their record this season was 28-6. Based on shot quality, they should have been 23-11. That's a radically different team.
Hashtag coaching.
But Gary picked them to win.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I got him in Final Four.
He doesn't. Hey, he doesn't respect shot quality. Gary doesn't respect shot quality.
Neither do I.
Hey, no, a couple. Hey, the other one that's lower, and I just say this because a lot of people have them. I have them in the championship game, and I wish I didn't. Now that I saw shot quality,
we have our brackets, by the way. If y'all want to,
it's Arizona.
Throw them up.
Arizona's 11th in the shot quality rankings.
You got multiple dudes that take good shots.
Then Vandy, then Bama, then Wisconsin, then Ohio State, then Gonzaga, then Iowa. Iowa's kind of high.
Okay. So
who do they play?
Iowa plays Clemson.
And then who?
Whoever the number 1
Florida.
seed is.
Oh, they'd feed into Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're in the world of crap there.
Yeah,
okay.
They're screwed.
And then UConn. Houston's all the way down at 19.
Who's the highest mid-major in that list? Like highest, like
oh, good question.
8 or 9. Good.
The other thing,
probably Penn.
Hey, the other thing that's crazy is the 22nd ranked team in the country in shot quality.
If you say Memphis, bro, I'm gonna throw this ball at you.
Auburn.
Oh, okay.
Snubbed.
Kind of crazy, huh?
I said Memphis might be 385th in shot quality.
All right, hold on a second. Let me go down here. Oh, St. John's is down at 29.
Ooh.
They don't make threes. The highest mid-major. This is good. I didn't even St. Mary's.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
St. Mary's is 39.
And they are, let's see. They play Texas A&M.
New Mexico was 42, but they didn't make the tournament.
No.
They're a Mountain West team. Creighton didn't make the tournament. All right. They're Big East, though.
Boise didn't make the tournament. Then Santa Clara.
Santa Clara's in the tournament. Were they?
Yeah, Santa Clara, they're 46th.
Okay.
And then South Florida, 48.
Okay.
And then Utah State, who was 49.
They're a non-seed against Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, St. Louis is down at 54. 54. Yeah. I was trying to see if there's anybody else on the shot quality thing that's like ranked that people have a high opinion of, but their shot quality is poor. And I guess Houston is the mark on there. Houston, and then also Arizona's 11 on there, and everybody's got them in the top 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Everybody's got them in the top 4, and they're 11. So I don't know. I guess you know what's crazy? Wow. So I just realized this as I was talking to you guys. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up in the South. Arkansas actually they're 10, and Arizona's 11.
I got Arkansas in the Final Four.
I'm saying if they do meet,
Arkansas's in my national championship.
Now, and the other problem is Wisconsin's super high too. So Arkansas and Wisconsin is a banger in the second round. Yeah. But Arkansas actually does have a higher shot quality rating than Arizona. So that would be a big upset if that were able to take place.
Look, man.
Because I just told you that they're 11 and Arkansas is 10. I ended up with Duke, Illinois, Arizona, and Iowa State. That's the 4 teams that I ended up with.
Where's my phone?
I just and then Lang asked me to send in a thing this morning.
Yeah, y'all want to throw these up?
Yeah,
we got our
okay.
Four.
So so here's the deal. We'll go region by region here, and I'll just talk you through this. Okay. So Lang asked me this morning, who your national championship and why? I just said, I took Duke because I think they're the best team with the best player.
I said literally the exact same thing.
That's it.
I said the same response. You know what else?
There's only one guy that every single night shows up, and that's Boozer.
Right.
Like, he does it. What sample size do I need? He's done it 35 times.
The other thing about that East region is they do not play. They don't have anybody of the top teams from the SEC or the Big Ten outside of Michigan State in that side of the bracket.
I worry about the Kansas St. John's. You know what I mean? You can have the best player in the world if you're Kansas. It depended on that article that came out yesterday is so weird. Did you guys read this in the
Peterson?
Athletic?
Yeah.
What's wrong with him now?
No. That he went through Self's boot camp, had full body cramps, got 2 bags of IVs, went to the hospital. It's just so weird.
Does he have the same thing Paulo had?
It feels like they're coming up with a story later down the road.
Yes, it feels like, okay, listen, the PR's been bad. We need to get some momentum going into this tournament to make you the number 1 overall pick. So, let's get this out here so people know what happened.
It was really weird.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too.
Because it says he had 2 basically, I'm going to summarize for everybody, okay? The guy goes through the boot camp, even though he works out with evidently the hardest trainer in the NBA that never works with non-pro prospects, but took in Peterson, and Peterson's like Kobe and blah, 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 right? That whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like he can't withstand a hard workout. But he went through Self's boot camp, and he started getting these full body cramps, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm summarizing, it's basically full body cramps, went to the hospital, 2 bags of IVs, got back to feeling right, but then every time after that, he was so freaked out about the fact that he had to go to the hospital that every time, any minor little thing, anything that would start to creep up, he would just
shut down.
And it's like, okay, I don't know.
This thing says it was a traumatic experience.
I got it. Yeah, like he's got PTSD about having to go. It's just odd. It felt like an article to make me feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm. I felt the exact same way.
Right, that's what it felt like. It felt like, here's the real story. Because why wouldn't you just say that immediately?
Of course.
Because everybody would have felt bad for you 2 months ago before everybody crapped on you. Yeah, for 2.5 months, you got crapped on. And it feels like, okay, here's what we're going with.
100%.
Because Matt Barnes when we first started talking about this, I told you guys, and Matt Barnes is connected to all those people out of California. Matt Barnes and has kids on the AAU scene, et cetera. The first comment, if you go back to the first video we ever posted about Darren Peterson, Matt Barnes comments, agents.
Yep.
When I said, what is going on with this guy? And now there's like this athletic story about, hey, man, you should actually feel really bad. This guy had a very traumatic experience going to the hospital. Like, you could have just told us that at any time in 2.5 months. You could have just said, hey, man, and we would have all been like, damn, man, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? That freaked me out too, right? Yeah. If I'm a young, vibrant kid who's in perfect health and I had to go to the hospital, I'd be freaked out too because I'd be like, man, I don't ever want to have to go to the hospital again. And so then, anytime that something came up, I'd be like, yo, I got to cool out because I ain't trying to go to the hospital again, right? Like, why are you telling me this March 19th? This when we were discussing this. Come on. It just feels
It definitely
off.
felt like some damage control.
Yeah.
It's very illy timed for sure.
It just feels off.
Yeah.
Again, that is a understandable explanation. But the fact that it took you 2.5 months to explain,
and like
anybody could have just said that, and it still doesn't explain why Bill Self, after Oklahoma State, was like, yeah, we thought he was going to play. Like,
right.
He was done with it too.
Yeah, and his numbers too, since they made him like play like significant minutes, like 25 to 30 minutes a game. I'm looking at his game log. His numbers have gone down, bro. Like bad.
Well, and you know what part of it is?
Like it's bad.
He's doing the Morant thing.
What, go stand in the corner?
Stop driving.
Oh.
They have his number. I saw his numbers posted from like last year in high school. It's like 40-something% rate of going to the rim. And it's like 20 now. I mean, remember?
He's just pulling up.
Look, Ja did it so he wouldn't get hurt. Like, I understand, and those were the quotes that came out earlier. It's like, basically, I'm not risking my health for this when they didn't sign me to a contract. Say whatever you want about it. He still has 2 years left on his contract. But look, I went through this with Parsons too. Right?
Yep.
Parsons literally was in street clothes and was like, you didn't sign me to a contract. I'm not risking myself for you. You know what I mean? You paid him, and him. I'm not risking anything for you. You think, you know what I mean? And you remember the Ja quotes about like, oh, now you guys want me to go to the rim? Well, when I go to the rim, I get hurt, and then you get mad at me for getting hurt. So like basically it was like I'm not putting myself at risk for this team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we went and tried to get a contract extension before the season, and they said no, and then we went back to them in January, and they said no, I'm not risking it. Right? I got it. I understand. That feels much more Peterson-esque is what I'm saying. When you look at the way he plays now, It's like, hey, man, what I'm not going to do is screw up my draft status, right? I mean, there's players that make that decision all the time, right? Jalen Johnson made that decision once upon a time. That kid from Kentucky who's supposed to go very high in the draft shut it down this year, Jaden Quaintance. Yeah, because it's the risk reward. That kid's already had an ACL. We saw him earlier in the year, and he was killing St. John's. It's like, all right, they got you on tape. They got you on tape murdering St. John's, right? And you're going to get to go through your pre-draft workouts, and you were a former 5-star player and whatever else. It's like, God forbid you go and play and you get hurt. And I think that's probably the Peterson thing, too. It's like, God forbid you get hurt, right? That's the only thing that could screw up what is possibly the number 1 draft pick, millions on the line. But then all of this has been a mess. Anyway, I do worry. He is so awesome. He could be the best player on any court. And there was a quote in there that was like, basically, it's go time. And it's like, oh, boy. Like, we here will always have in our head that 18 years ago, Derrick Rose said, it's go time, and just whoop. And the next thing you knew,
we're in the national championship.
He destroyed everybody.
For sure. He had kind of that, like, his regular season was decent. It was good.
But
it wasn't what we saw in the tournament. Yeah.
And you wonder, there's a bunch of those guys. Like, so Boozer is the consistent one. You know what you're getting all the time, right? But if I told you that Darren Peterson cranked it up and is averaging 30-something a game for the tournament, or A.J. DeBonsta is just throwing the team on his back.
He's the one I'm going to really be paying attention to.
or
DeBonsta.
or
Yeah.
Keaton Wagler
Yeah.
from Illinois, or there's a group of these guys that you could foresee a circumstance where they like crank it up and like for 4 straight games, they're just the best player on the floor every time they play.
Yeah.
That's how good this class is.
For sure.
And so now it's trying to figure it out. A-Cuff, same way.
That's
We just saw
That's why
it.
they're in my Final Four for that reason.
We just saw it with him, though. You know what I mean? We just saw him crank it up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the guy.
I think the DeBonsta thing is interesting, too, because, like, I could easily see them losing to Texas in that first game. But if you just look at their bracket and how it plays out for them, like, I mean, if he puts that team on his back, they got to beat Gonzaga. You know, Purdue's there with them, too. But it's like Missouri, Miami. Like, I could totally see them making a run.
It was the one thing. All right, so going back to the original one, which is that East side, the game I worry about the most is the St. John's, Kansas game and who comes out of that and Duke playing that team. I am more concerned in terms of my bracket. I am more concerned at Duke losing to the winner of St. John's and Kansas than I am anybody else. Is that fair?
Yes, very.
If you ask me,
You're going up against a Hall of Fame
Kansas
coach
not
no
gonna
matter
make it
what.
there.
Who? What?
I got Kansas going to the crib first round, just for the vibes.
Against Cal Baptist?
Yeah, just for the vibes.
Stop.
Come on.
Just for the vibe. Hey, if it happens, just know. Look, bro, I'm just. It was just so.
You were overtaken by that kid's video.
Yeah, I'm with the small guard, bro. I love little fun players, bro. So I'm rocking with my guy, Dominique Daniels, I think his name.
Yeah, they played like one good team during the year, and they got pasted.
Cal Basis, we're rooting for y'all, bro. I don't even know what y'all mascot is, and I know everybody's mascot.
Cal Baptist.
Let's see, Cal Baptist.
I didn't even know there were Baptists in California.
No, it is a good.
Is it in California?
It's got to be.
There's Baptists in California.
Come on, they're all over the country. They got to be. Just
Are
not
they?
as many as here.
Are they?
Riverside, California, bro.
I'll be damned.
Okay, shout out to Riverside.
I had no idea there were Baptists in California.
Some Baptists
I never
over there.
ran across any when I was there.
They're in a little pocket, bro. They all live in the same radius.
I want to say
bro.
Hasseltine lived in Riverside for a minute. I think Hasseltine knows Riverside pretty well.
Cal Baptist.
They're all together, bro.
And it's a church and a
Amish.
school and it's everything.
Yeah, like the Amish people. They all live together.
So anyway, that was the one I worry about. In the South, I just love Illinois. I do. I love watching them. I love Wagler. So that's why I ended up
I'm
having
excited
them.
to see him play.
I love Wagler
in this tournament.
and I love the way they play. I love how they cut. I love that like they play. It's you know who they remind me of? They remind me of watching the super fun teams in the Olympics. Because they do not play American basketball. You watch them and they're cutting and there's not a lot of wasted dribbles and they're like, it's like that old timey, when the Spurs tried to used to play that way where they're swinging it around or whatever. I mean, they got a bunch of like really good basketball players and Wagler is like kind of Halliburton-y. You know what I mean? Where he's tall, he sees everything, he play makes, he also can shoot the cover off the ball when he gets hot. And so I just really like them. And the other thing is I've always got a soft spot for Underwood. I'll always love him because of that Stephen F. Austin run. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
I still love that guy.
Walk up in them.
God, he was
I
good
still
then.
love that guy. And I think he's a good coach. And I will say, prisoner of the moment, I hated Houston's offense in that game against Arizona. I was like, Jesus, man. Score.
Yeah, they couldn't.
And I thought Fleming's looked a little small in that game, and I don't know, man. They got a bunch of
defense though, bro. Defense travels, bro.
I know
Defense
they do.
travels.
They do have defense, but I might be just prisoner of the moment, right? Where it's like, all right, I know Illinois can score.
Yeah.
I know Illinois can score. The Vandy, Florida thing, which I did have them meeting up. I had Vandy. I mean, Vandy just crushed them. So that was
on a neutral.
That
that was not a neutral.
Yes, it was. I mean,
it was in
most.
Nashville.
Yeah, you're right. That's fine.
Nashville, not considered a neutral.
But they killed them.
I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it. You know what I mean? I was like, wait, hold on. They would have to play again.
Yeah, and less
I was
than
like,
a week.
that is brutal. Anyway, and like the Florida thing, I just felt like if I had Florida getting knocked out, I'd feel stupid. right? Because they've
Same.
been right there at the top. And, like, look, everybody's told you there's 4 teams that fit the statistical profile that can win it. And Duke's one of them, and Florida's one of them, and Arizona's one of them, and
Michigan.
I think and Michigan was the other, right? Like that, but when I asked Alan Boston if I took those 4 teams and you could have the rest of the country, he was like, no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you ask him, okay, if I gave you Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida. Duke, Michigan, Arizona, Florida. And I get the rest of the country. He would rather have those 4 teams and say the national champion comes out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the other 60-something teams, and he'd rather have those 4. So that's what I kept having in my head when I was trying to get through that. Arizona's the one I believe in the least. But it was,
They confused me the most. I will say that. They confused me the most.
And the other thing is I worry about Arkansas against Wisconsin.
Man.
I do.
The style, yeah.
I do.
I get that.
What you worry about, Verno? What you worry about?
Wisconsin is good, bro.
So is Arkansas. You got them winning.
Huh? I do.
Oh, you good.
I'm saying that's why I'm worried that they could lose that
Could
one.
get ugly.
So
okay.
No. I'm worried that they could lose that one, and then I can't have them losing to beating Arizona.
Yeah.
Because now I've lost them in the second round.
See, you really overthought this, huh?
For sure.
No, you got to do the thing I do, bro. Do it all.
What player do I like? And
just think. One player you like, boom, 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 make a pick, boom, boom, boom. You don't overthink it.
Well, I mean, this is yours, and you've got why Miami?
I told you their coach is good, bro.
Well, who?
That's their first year as their coach. What's his name? Ja Lucas. His first season.
Oh, Jai Lucas.
Yeah, their first season Miami coach, like the best season Miami's had as a first year head coach in a long time. So I'm rolling with.
Do they have a player?
Let me see.
You have no answer.
Kennesaw State over Gonzaga is insanely disrespectful.
I read the story about the coach, and I was like, I'm rolling, bro. I'm rolling. Yeah, and then I got AJ DeBanster because he's a hell of a good player. Like, come on, man. Like,
I mean, Acuff.
I'm running Acuff and DeBanster, bro.
That would be super fun in Elite 8.
Oh my God, it would be amazing.
Yeah, I do all that overthinking. I'm just like, all right, boom, 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 boom. Where we at? Boom, submit.
Yeah, I respect it. It's going to be terrible, but I respect it.
How do you know it's going to be terrible?
Yeah, it's going to be a terrible bracket. Bennett's also. We all have Arizona, Arkansas, huh?
Yeah.
And then you have Gonzaga, Purdue. I had BYU, Purdue. All right, so not a big difference there.
No, it's pretty close. I got Texas upsetting BYU just because they lost one of their starters and they haven't been good ever since.
I'm prisoner of the moment. So look, I'm prisoner. You're prisoner of the moment because you just went and watched Arkansas win, right? Yeah. Even though they were life and death with Ole Miss, right?
Second game.
Ole Miss went on a hell of a run.
They were hot as fish grease, bro.
I got it. They stink.
Yeah, but look, you know how
I got it, but they were a bucket away from losing, and I do wonder how you would have felt if they would have lost to Ole Miss, right? Again, it becomes prisoner of the moment. Yeah. I also am prisoner of the moment when it comes to watching these teams over the weekend because I watched Purdue mangle Michigan. I was like, damn. And the little point guard, right? They all looked 40. Purdue.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Like, they're a bunch of vets. And, like, they got the point guard who, like, never turns it over and is, like,
and what we've learned
the Braden Smith guy.
These conference tournaments. And
they also have big guys all the time.
Yeah, these conference tournaments in the Power Five don't matter less and less every year. We know that.
Right.
And it is very
I,
prisoner of the moment.
And then
sure.
I become prisoner of the moment. I watch those teams, and I'm like, oh, I like them.
Yeah, but the only, like, for me, like, the Arkansas thing, it's like we were talking about earlier, the Kemba Walker run, and it's like I could totally see that. Like, I could totally see that dude just being the best player in this tournament.
The Arkansas thing for me is different. Like, Acuff, of course, but I think I saw them have 3 different leading scores and 4 different leading scores in 4 different games. So for me in March, you're like, okay, you need guys that show up even when your star is not. Like, they got that Malik Thomas kid that can get you 20. DJ Wagner can get you 20.
Brazil
can get you 20. Billy Richmond may get you 15, 17. I saw those 4 dudes have games with A-Cuff. I'm like, okay, I can. In the March, you need that, so I'm rolling. They better not lose to Hawaii. I'm going to be pissed off because the no-help defense is – that no-help defense stuff is interesting.
I watched a lot of Hawaii this year.
Why?
Because they're the late night. Hawaii is the greatest. If you love to bet on
they're
games,
huge,
Hawaii is the bet.
They are
big.
huge.
They're big. They're big, but
they are huge. And here's the other thing.
I watched them lose to some scrubs this year.
I thought they screwed Arkansas. That's the other thing that worries me. They played all those games. You know they got stuck too.
They got stuck
Monday.
Yeah.
No.
Where are they playing again?
They couldn't
play in Portland, Oregon, bro.
Yeah, I know. Cal tweeted about it.
On Thursday.
Yeah, Cal's not
They
happy.
just played their conference tournament game on Sunday.
They tried to fly out on Monday and couldn't. They ended up going back to the hotel.
Damn, they really might get
I'm telling you,
favorable Hawaii crowd. That's true.
Well, no, it's just so far, bro.
It's far, and they can make that. That's what, like a 2-hour plane ride?
And you can't take your fans there. You can't take your fans to freaking Portland.
Get on them F-150s, bro. Ride it out. Pile up in them F-150s in Arkansas.
God, that is a great image. A bunch of Arkansas fans in Portland, Oregon. I love that.
Amazing. Anyways, so I ended up just not being able to get off of Arizona either, even though I don't love them. But I wasn't able to get off of Arizona. And then the Michigan-Iowa State. I just went with Iowa State because I didn't like anybody on that bottom part of the bracket, so that moved them into the that moved them into the Elite Eight. Yeah. I mean, I don't love Tennessee, Virginia, or Kentucky, so that moved them on. And then I'm there against Michigan, and I can't stand Yaxel.
Me either.
Me either.
I just really
and Bama's burned me.
They keep rejecting him to us in some of these mocks.
Bama's burned me 2 years in a row. Yeah. So now I was like, all right. And I will tell you, number 1 in Ken Palm's Player of the Year is Cam Boozer by a wide margin.
Yeah.
2 is Jefferson at Iowa State.
Yeah, how about that?
He can hoop.
It's the second best player in the country.
Yeah.
Joshua Jefferson at Iowa State. So, I mean, it's something, right? So if I'm just doing the best player thing, you know.
You can ride that
do
out.
I think he's the best? You know, if you just took the best player according to the Ken Palm rankings, if the team with the best player won, you would have Duke, you would have Iowa State, you would have Houston with Kingston Flemings, and you would have BYU.
That wouldn't be bad.
And then the rest of them, number 5 is Yaxel. Number 6 is Fears. Number 7 is Wagler. Number 8 is Braden Smith from Purdue. 9 is A-Cuff. And 10 is Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's. That's a good 10.
Yeah,
that is a good.
That's a good ass group.
That is a good 10. That is a good 10 players. But yeah, so keep an eye on that. I mean, I'll just tell you that the top 4 on the Player of the Year standings. So this is like the analytics are Boozer, Jefferson, Flemings, and DeBansta. Obviously, you know, BYU's lost one of their better players too. And that's what people kind of worry about.
I can't remember the last time I was this stoked to watch an NCAA tournament as a Grizzlies fan.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many.
First off, somebody's gonna have a tournament, bro.
Well, and it's also like the idea that we don't know where we're gonna be slated in this lottery. Like it could be 1, it could be 8, but like you list all these guys. I mean, there are 8 guys that are awesome, right? We're gonna get a chance to watch all of them. It's fun this year.
Well, there's more than that too.
Yeah,
because look, and hope springs eternal on I have it in my mind, like, bro, let Phoenix lose to the Clippers and then lose to Golden State. Let that happen, and now we're two lotteries.
Cooking.
All right,
Now
you're look. At worst, you got 2 top 20s.
Don't let us get 2 lotteries.
Right. At worst, you've got a top 10 and a top 20.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting 2 of the 20 best available players, and then obviously that can work out unbelievably well, or it can work out right
or it can work out like it's supposed to, which is, I think right now, if you were to go to Tankathon, they are slotted. They're still slotted behind Dallas, so it would be the 8th pick in the draft and the 18th. So it's 8 and 18 right now, and you pray for better than that. But even then, you got two of the best. You know, what I mean, two cracks at this thing.
Yeah, and a good draft. Yep.
You click that mock draft. It really gets you going. You click that mock draft on Tankathon. It really make you take your shirt off.
What, on Tankathon?
Click that mock draft on that Tankathon, Berno. Hit that mock draft.
Well, it's A-Cuff at 8, and then Kareem Lopez from New Zealand at 18.
I don't know who that is.
That's your guy.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I have to go watch some tape.
Yeah, I don't know who Kareem is. Kareem or Kareem? But that number 8, though, I just say Darius A-Cuff on it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I keep seeing Nate Ament. I'm gonna need to see. I'm gonna need to see something on Ament.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna need to see something this tournament.
I don't want any part. I don't want any part of him.
Keep him away from me.
I don't want any part of him. It's too Zaire Williams.
Yeah, no facial hair having ass. Keep him away from me.
Come on.
It's just
that's not a reason.
I just
keep that dude away from me.
6'9" face-up guys that don't really rebound in a big way. I don't know.
Keep him
You know
far
what I mean?
away.
And I will tell you this: the only thing you have to worry about on the A-Cuff front is nerds don't like little guards. So
that's true.
He's special though. He's a special. And look, it's not going to matter how you view prospects. If this dude puts a team on his back, he carries them to the Elite Eight or the Final Four. It's going to be it.
And I'm gonna win a bracket pool if you do that, Verno.
Huh?
If he does that, I'm gonna win a bracket pool.
It is a colossal bummer that we don't get the kid from Louisville.
I know, Mikael Brown.
Because he's projected to go in the top 10.
Yeah.
And obviously that Jaden Quaintance, who's not playing for Kentucky, he could go. He's projected in most lotteries right now, I think. And obviously Caleb Wilson as well. I would love to watch Caleb Wilson in this thing.
I know, it sucks.
It is a bummer. There's a group of them that we're not getting to see. But, you're right. As a fan of a team that's going to have high draft picks, DeBansta, must see. Peterson, must see. Boozer, must see. Flemings, Wagler, A-Cuff. Even LeBaron Philon from Bama.
He might have a big tournament, too.
Especially when the second best guy on his team, second leading scorer on his team is, a possible weed dealer and is not going to be playing. It might just put, you know what I mean? It just puts more emphasis on you.
Yeah.
Right? So Philon could go crazy. In this deal. But yeah, and then there's all kinds of them. You never know who's going to be the Dante DiVincenzo, right?
There's always one.
Does it end up, if a Braden Burries puts a team on his back, if a Joshua Jefferson from Iowa State puts a team on his back,
even the Tyler Tanner kid at Vanderbilt's fun to watch.
Tyler Tanner is fun to watch.
They're playing McNeese State 12 seed, but he's fun to watch too. So.
Yep,
it's a lot of kids in this draft, man. It's going to be fun, bro.
No,
I'm so excited.
There's a bunch of guys that you could foresee. I mean, again, we don't know who the ones. It could be Malik Thomas. Everybody tunes in to watch Darius A-Cuff, and they get a screen full of Malik Thomas or something, right?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Because he's a bucket too.
Well, he's a bucket. And that's all he does is shoot.
Yeah. So it's gonna be super fun to watch. Gary Parrish is gonna join us before these NCAA tournament games get cracking today. He'll join us on the other side. Chris Vernon's show.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's Grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Did you see that hockey goal from the Russian Hockey League? We're going to come right in front of the table and we're going to recreate.
We're going to recreate the moment. Hold around. You do it. Oh, let's go!
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Take your seat at the heart of Grizz Nation with a 2026-27 season ticket membership. You can experience all the action of the Grizzlies season with the best ticket prices, exclusive benefits, and access reserved for the most loyal fans. Be a part of what's next and be there for every towel-waving moment to come. Visit grizzlies.com/season tickets to see the full list of pricing, perks, and benefits, and make your deposit today. That's grizzlies.com/season tickets.
Season ticket graphic.
Huh?
You see Darnell right there?
Oh, he put himself in there. How about that?
Look at Darnell. You see Darnell right there?
Oh, unbelievable.
Look at D-Nell, man.
Wow.
D-Nell, Brittany, and Maya in the season ticket graphic promo. Turn up.
All right, there you go. All right, Grizzlies obviously going to be back in action. The no game tonight, but tomorrow night, Celtics are going to be in town. A team that was supposed to be having a gap year, then has had an MVP-esque season from Jaylen Brown, and has now got Jason Tatum back in the mix. I watched him play against the Suns a couple of nights ago, and I mean, he just took over the fourth quarter like it was. I mean, he looked like the best player in the world. It was unbelievable.
Back any better,
right?
Man.
He's been great.
And now with the Cade thing, they got a chance to get that 1 seed.
Okay, that was so depressing this morning. I mean, my heart absolutely broke when you guys texted me that. The Shams Charania report that Cade Cunningham has a collapsed lung. That is so scary.
Did you see the play where it happened?
No.
I'm gonna see it. Jalen, I'm gonna send it to you, Jalen. See if you can put
There's
it
a play that it happened?
Yeah, where it happened at, yeah.
I mean, a collapsed lung.
He went to
on
go
a
dive for
basketball
loose
play?
ball, and,
Jeez.
it's not Bud, but it's Johnson from the Wizards landed on him.
In a friggin' Wizards game, no less. The same team that friggin' gave up 83 points to Bam Adebayo is the one that injured you. Just get out of the league. Yeah. Just forfeit the rest of your games. You're just ruining everything. Seriously. You gave up 83 points and hurt Cade Cunningham in the same week.
What the hell are y'all doing?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, Jalen, you can play that when you get a chance.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it at all. I did not see it. I'll see if my buddy Jeff Stouts. Okay, Cade Cunningham injury update. A pneumothorax pneumothorax. So that is exactly the way the Grizzlies PR would phrase it. That's a collapsed lung.
Look at that. This is the play.
A
Goosh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, he knew something's wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's the one, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, get him out of here.
He says a pneumothorax, a collapsed lung, is much more common in contact sports like the NFL. But there have been several cases in the NBA, including, so this is why my guy is indispensable. Trust me. Jeff has become a friend of mine over the years in street clothes on Twitter because he is absolutely indispensable when you are a Grizzlies fan. Some people become like super good friends with a basketball analyst. I become super good friends with injury analysts because then I have to constantly text him and be like, "Hey man." So anyways, the thing with Jeff is he's been covering this stuff forever and he's got a database. So he has painstakingly put together a database of NBA injuries over the years. So he always has like timelines and everything. And he's also got a medical history so he can explain to you what the injury is. That's why when we started panicking about Zach Edey and whatever else, I always need to talk to somebody like that because then he can at least calm me down a little bit. And he's like, look, if they now have found the reason that Zach Edey is like it seems as if, this was his opinion, the good thing about this is they have now, after they've gone through this and he's tried to come back and it's still kind of sore, they have identified what is giving him the problems. Like that is sometimes the hardest part is figuring out, you know what I mean? You go in there and you fix something and it's like, well, then why is it still hurting?
Yeah.
And so that was his opinion on that. Anyways, Cade Cunningham, the collapse lung is much more common in contact sports like the NFL, but there have been several cases in the NBA, including Gerald Wallace, CJ McCollum, and Terrence Jones. Average time lost, 26 days or about 10.8 games.
Okay, so
what's their record? What's their record right now?
They're 3.5. I know they're 3.5 up on Boston.
No. Just give me the number.
The Pistons are 49-19.
49-19. So they played 68 games. Yeah. They have 14 left.
Yeah.
14 games left. 14 games left. 3.5 is a pretty good lead too.
He needs 4. He needs 4 games. He needs 4 to get to that 65 threshold.
Oh wow!
To make All NBA.
And this says 10.8 games is the average.
Yeah. So he needs.
But that is based on 26 days.
Yeah. He's at 61.
It's going to be close,
bro.
huh?
Yeah, because that's all NBA. That's MVP. That's everything.
Yeah.
That would suck if he misses out, bro. Over against the Wizards, bro. I lose my All NBA.
No, they're ruining everything.
Man, relegate them nerds, bro.
They're ruining everything.
I mean,
I think Adam Silver should allow them to just forfeit the rest of the
You get to play no
before
more
anything
games.
else bad happens.
Yes.
I think they're still going to be okay for that one, though.
He makes a commissioner's decision, and he says, look, this is unprecedented, I know. But in 1 week's time, you have heard a top 3 or top 5 MVP vote getter and the best player on the number 1 seed and given up 83 points to Bam Adebayo. I, as the commissioner, have deemed that you will no longer play another game in the 2025-26 season. We will just give you losses the rest of the way.
You want to lose anyway.
Because, frankly, what's the point? And you're ruining everything.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
all you're doing. And Trae Young's hurt anyway.
Right.
You've lost 13 in a row anyway. What'll be
What's
different?
the point?
What's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah,
what is the point of you? All you can do is hurt things.
Yeah.
So anyways, here's hoping that Cade Cunningham is able to come back. So we were talking earlier about how, as a Grizzlies fan, this is the most excited you've been to watch the NCAA tournament in a long time. I mean, like, you really do. And then, now that you brought that up, I had not thought about this in a while. It's been a long, long time because the Morant season was not going to be a season where we were getting a high pick.
Right.
That was a giving our pick away to Boston, and then lightning struck, and we ended up getting up to number 2 I don't know. But we did not have the expectation. When is the last time we had the expectation of getting a very high pick?
Not the Jaren draft, right?
Because not even the Edey one.
The Jaren draft?
Right? I mean, I guess we were in the lottery, but I mean, like, you know.
I guess the Jaren draft, when we traded Mark, we had traded Mark and traded Mike. Did we expect to get a high pick in the draft?
Yes.
Because we were fourth.
That's right. That was Luka, Bagley,
Trae
Young, Ayton. Yeah. Probably that year.
Yeah, like the Zaire draft was 10, but that was like the weird COVID era too of college basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and it wasn't we didn't have the expectation of getting like a super high pick.
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
probably
This is like where you're looking at it and you're going, okay, looking at New Orleans, at worst, the Grizzlies are going to be 7. At best, they're going to be 6, which means they hop Dallas. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be any worse than. I'm saying they're not going to be any worse than 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because New Orleans is going to hop them.
Yes.
And they're not going to be any better than 6 because they no chance to catch the top 5 in losses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just them and Dallas. It's the only team we got to pay attention to the rest of the way. Because the Pelicans they're trying to win.
They're winning, yeah.
So right, they're trying to win because they want the pick that they give up to Atlanta to be worse. And there's no way to hit those top 5 teams. You have no chance of getting to those.
Right.
So that's it, right? Like I mean, Utah has 20 wins. You got 24.
Yeah.
You're not gonna overtake that.
Big game versus the Bulls coming up in a couple next week.
Yeah, but you're 4 ahead of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm saying you're either going to be 6 or you're going to be 7. And it's been a long ass time. I guess you're right since the Jaren thing.
2018.
Been a long time.
8 years
since it's been that, where it's like, okay, you've got one of the 6 or 7 worst records in the NBA. Because even in those other years where we've let go of the rope and just said, all right, we want to try to get the draft pick, like honestly, the craziest thing is the one year we tried to win to make a pick worse. This is exactly the New Orleans thing. This would be the booby prize, right? New Orleans is trying to do what we tried to do when we had to give our pick up to Boston. Mitigate the disaster and just make that pick as bad as it possibly can be. And then they got friggin' Morant. Imagine if New Orleans tries to win all these games down the stretch and then they get the number 2 pick in the draft. And then Atlanta gets the 2nd pick in the draft and they've won 11 in a row or whatever they've won.
Yeah, 11 in a row.
And then they get the number 2 pick in the draft or something.
Would be crazy. I'd be so mad if I was a Pelicans fan.
Oh.
By the way, that season when we got that pick, the Jaren pick, we were 22-60.
22-60.
22-60.
Wow. Yeah. Well, also a draft that everybody knew was amazing.
Yep.
Right? Everybody knew that draft was amazing that year. And so anyways, you do view this through a different prism. We have covered, if we just go to, forget Tankathon, let's just go to ESPN's mock and the research that they've done. They have Peterson, they have DeBansta, they have Boozer. We've talked about all of those. Then they have Caleb Wilson. Then they have Kingston Flemings. We've talked about seeing Houston. Keaton Wagler, Darius Acuff, Mikael Brown. That's the one that we have not talked about because we're not going to get to see him for Louisville. So that's a huge bummer. And I'm just trying to get to the next highest ranked prospect that we need to watch, to go out of our way to watch, that we have not. I've seen Ament from Tennessee. He's obviously in most top 10s. Oh, here's a good one. Burries. I need to watch more of him.
Braxton Burries?
Yeah, Braden
Burries.
Braden Burries. I need to watch more of him. I have seen Arizona some, but not enough. And I did watch him this weekend.
Yeah. They got a good team, bro. They got a collection of like good talent on the Arizona team. So I feel like nobody really stands out. Because Koa Pete's a draft prospect too.
Here's another good one. Braylon Mullins at UConn. Yes. He is 13th in the ESPN mock draft and somebody that we have not even mentioned. Not even mentioned.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said Braylon Mullins out loud, I thought I was expecting something so different than what I got when I clicked this photo.
Braylon Mullins?
Yes.
Why?
When you see Braylon, when you hear the name Braylon Mullins, what do you think of? Like if I like don't look his photo up.
You're saying a white guy.
He's a white dude.
I know.
I thought he was like a light-skinned dude. Braylon Mullins?
Braylon is, I don't know. I think of like a white guy.
Yeah.
You do?
Braylon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jalen agrees.
Really?
I think
I
of
guess
a white
because
dude.
the Braylon's in my head, the one that plays for Bartlett.
Oh, right.
I think like when I hear Braylon now, I'm thinking like either
Yeah, maybe
light-skinned
so.
dude, but I clicked it. And shout out to Braylon Mullins, 6'6", or 200 pounds.
Other ones that here's another one. The point guard at Texas Tech is 16th in the ESPN mock draft. All anybody talks about is JT Toppin, right?
Yeah.
Christian Anderson. 19 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds in 30 games. Has anybody talked about him at all? Have you heard Christian Anderson's name?
No.
I did a little bit after Toppin got hurt because they said he had done a good job of kind of carrying them after Toppin got hurt. But after that, it kind of went away.
They have Oklahoma City taking him, so it's
Of course.
Dude. Insane.
Of course. By the way, bro, hey, if Sam Presti ever call you, bro, hang up the phone.
Hang up.
Christian Anderson at Texas Tech, there's a good one. Because everybody's just gone, oh, yeah, Texas Tech's a team that's lost their best player. I mean, those are mega stats.
Yeah, no, that's
19, 8, and 4 in 30 games. First team all Big 12. And it's like him, and then there's the kid Bennett Sturts and LeBaron Philon that are all kind of other point guards, right? You do wonder, you see like something like that. So like this Christian Anderson or somebody like that, like you always worry. So he's all first team all Big 12, the whole thing, right? And it's like, again, I'm not saying, I don't even know Christian Anderson, okay? It's not like I've been watching Texas Tech. Here's what I'm telling you. Once upon a time, there was a first group that everybody loved, and then somehow at the end of the lottery, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets taken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens every year. And so that's why the reason I'm bringing up these names is because we could look up and be like, oh, Christian Anderson. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody loves Acuff, and everybody loves Flemings, and everybody loves, Mikael Brown, and everybody loves whatever. But here's this sophomore that averaged 19-8, first team all Big 12, and like, he ends up being the one.
Yep.
Right? Because you don't know what the way these guys are going to project out.
I'm looking at ESPN's latest mock draft, and you know who they have us taking at 17?
Yes.
You're going to hate it.
Yaxel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have no use.
It does feel like that's...
No. I promise you. I will do everything in my power to make sure that does not happen. We're not taking him.
No, I saw Dane put him in the blender multiple times.
Nah, bro, we don't need him over here.
I will tell you.
Here's the way he talked about Cam Boozer that one time, bro. That kind of turned.
I will tell you, I have already made it clear to the powers that be.
Don't do it.
One of them asked me. I ran by a dignitary of the Grizzlies and asked me who I liked, and I said, no Yaxel, no Ahmed.
Yeah. Because it does feel like with that second first-round pick, there's a good chance they go with a big, right?
I'm kind of with you, bro. I'm not the Yaxel stuff. I ain't with that.
And then I said, just get me DeBansta. And they said, from your mouth to God's ears.
Yes.
So let's just go.
Man.
Let's go.
Give me DeBansta,
Right?
Caleb Wilson, or my boy Acuff. I'll be rolling in heaven.
Bennett Sturts, the point guard at Iowa.
Shout out Bennett. Shout out to another Bennett, man.
Yes.
There's one that we need to keep an eye on. The big center Krivas at Arizona. Again,
That's the third one in Arizona you've mentioned, bro.
I got it.
That's crazy.
Right? So also, I will tell you this, the other kid at Houston, Flemings gets all of the pub, but that Chris Cenac.
Yep.
Dude, I got to go back and look. Let me go back here. You know, I every year, I always tell you that we need to go find where these kids, what everybody thought of them while they were in high school.
Oh, he was like a 5-star.
And that most of the time that these, you'll look up, and a lot of these like top 10 high school players, this was always a big Chris Wallace thing too, and Danny Ainge for that matter. Like that whole crew, like, you know, find these guys that were mega talented and that have always been, when compared against their peers, have always been that number one player. This is 24/7's last year. Peterson, DeBansta, Boozer, Ament, Acuff, Mikael Brown, 7 was Senac.
Yeah.
How about that?
Interesting.
He was number 1 player in Louisiana.
8 was Wilson. Caleb.
Caleb Wilson.
9 was Burries. 10 was Elijah Arenas.
Wow.
You believe that?
He's a chucker.
11 was Koa Pete.
Okay.
12, Braylon Mullins.
That's your boy, man.
Okay,
Shout out
Braylon.
Braylon Mullins, man. Do it for the culture.
Hey, 13, Malik Thomas.
Okay.
From Arkansas.
Yep.
Actually, he was overtime elite. Malik Thomas was.
Oh, okay.
That's where he came from.
He plays like it.
A kid at Baylor, Tunde Yusufu. Kid from Duke, Nicolas Kaminia. Isaiah Harwell, who's also at Houston. Trying to see. Kingston Flemings was 20. So Senac was the prize, recruiting-wise.
Yeah.
Senac was the prize, recruiting-wise, when it came to the when it came to last year's recruiting class.
He's one of those.
So that's an interesting one because he's down there kind of like they got him at 22 right now.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those like Khalil Word type builds, like run the floor, long arms, rangy, athletic type builds.
Senac.
Yeah.
Then you got Cameron Carr, but he's at Baylor. Isaiah Evans at Duke. There's one to keep an eye on. Obviously, Duke's always got mega talent, and they're spending a fortune. To get the said talent, right? So those are some to keep an eye on.
Did you see the? I know y'all pay attention to this because y'all are betting guys.
I gotta go watch that point guard at Texas Tech. See if I love him.
Anderson, yeah.
Well, who knows? I mean, he's in that weird spot. There's always somebody drafted between 15 and 25, and the Grizzlies are gonna have a pick there, right? The Grizzlies are gonna have a pick in that range, and it's like there's always one of these guys that ends up becoming a mega star, right? Whether it's Paul George or and again, sometimes it's a little higher, or it's, Giannis, Kawhi. I mean, there's all kinds of between like 13 and 23. There's somebody that gets drafted in that group that becomes a superstar.
Yeah, he had since January, he's had at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 games of 5 assists or more.
Wow.
So he's been hooping, bro. Like ever since Topper went out, he's been really balling out. So yeah, just pay attention to him.
And I actually have them losing to Bama.
You might trade.
Oh, wow. Phylon versus him is a great one.
Great, good guard match.
Because they're both in that exact range.
Yeah.
I like Phylon too.
I love Phylon too. He plays.
So you got Phylon versus Anderson. Yeah. That's actually good. That's the best one that I've brought up. Like in terms of like scouting a guy, because of somebody that I have not seen that's projected to go in the top 20. I don't think I've seen Texas Tech.
I mean,
honestly,
I
can't remember.
I got them losing in the first round. So
you do?
Yeah, I got them losing to Akron.
Oh God!
I just on some 5-12 ish, What's a 5-12?
What are the other 5-12? So what's the first game that we have tipping off today?
It's TCU Ohio State.
TCU Ohio State.
Oh, Allen's all in on TCU.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that line is dropped though. That line is
dropped.
dropped.
Why did I pick Ohio State just because of Aaron?
Because you don't listen to Allen.
I'm
trying to tell you.
Kind of a mid first game.
Wait, hold on.
If I'm being
It is a
honest.
mid first game. It's not a good way to start.
A rough
off,
start,
bro.
in my opinion.
Hold on.
Let's see what the staggered times are.
He had TCU. If it goes to 3, Troy. In the second one, I think he liked a little bit the number.
I like Troy too.
South Florida, High Point he liked.
I'm with
I
that
think
too. I'm rolling
was
with
that
High
plus
Point.
11?
I'm rolling with High Point.
That's 10.5 against
Oh yeah,
Wisconsin.
we're good. We got less than 30 minutes between the tip off of TCU Ohio State and Troy Nebraska, so we'll be good.
Hey, I have the I know y'all pay attention to the lines. We have the most bet spreads of today's game so far. Jalen, if you could put that up. We got South Florida plus 4.5, Troy plus 13.5.
I don't love that.
Ohio State minus 2.5.
Okay, South Florida smoked.
Damn it.
High Point plus 10.5 and Vanderbilt.
Oh my
minus
God!
12.
Look at the most money line. South Florida. I mean, money. Oh, they are.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Everything in South Florida.
Hey, they all watched that video, bro, of him going back home.
Oh my God!
I thought I was being real sneaky with them.
No, man, everybody's on it, bro.
This is death.
Everybody is on it, bro.
Who's Ohio State play? Why are they bet so much?
Ohio State plays TCU.
Yeah. I think it's just
first
good.
game.
To your point about Alan, what Alan said about TCU. Oh, yeah. We're on that. We like
also,
that
line has gone down.
For that 2.5?
Yeah. It's like 1.5 now, I think.
Hey, so
I think so. Let me check on the first game. Hold on.
Yeah, boy.
No, it's 2.5.
Said, Biddy, you might be cooked, bro. You might.
Dude, Troy at plus 650. I totally get it. Like that is exciting. I mean, that is the
get the
sprinkle a little bit. Like that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Throw a little $10 on there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the Troy. Yeah, that and they take the stairs.
They take the stairs, bro.
They take the stairs.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Now he mentioned yesterday to you that because I saw that Duke was one of the most bet on there. He mentioned them letting off the gas because they'd kind of dealt with like some injury stuff in that Siena game. 27.5 is massive.
Most bet spreads. I am shocked that Ohio State's the second most bet. Well, South Florida. I mean, look at that.
South Florida.
If there has ever been a team, I mean, Louisville getting nowhere. And what I tell you, Louisville was what, 5th in the country in shot quality?
Yeah, losing the point.
I watched them hit 100 threes against Memphis.
And our boss's son is on the staff.
Yeah.
So if you want things to be happy around here, I think we need to root for Louisville, even though it's going to screw your bracket up. They're going to have a pizza party tomorrow if Louisville loses. If South Florida wins, oh my God, we're not getting anything. We're getting snails.
Nah, for real. I'm excited though, man. This tournament finna be lit.
No, it's gonna be great.
You going to what do you order? What do you put on the grill?
I think I'm gonna get barbecue.
Barbecue
sounds pretty exciting.
I think I'm gonna get barbecue.
I mean, I want some wings, man.
If I do the barbecue, I think if I do barbecue, then I can just do it a couple different, like, you know what I mean? If I just buy a 6-pack somewhere, I can do sandwiches. I could do nachos tonight. I could do whatever. Right? I think I might do that.
You can remix it
because I don't know if the wings aren't gonna keep until the kids get home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? The barbecue's a thing I can reheat.
Right.
The wings is not a good reheat food. It's not.
Speak for yourself.
It's not.
I disagree,
I eat cold
Vernon.
wings, bro.
I eat them cold out of the fridge,
bro,
too.
at the refrigerator, bro. At the refrigerator, on the counter, bro. Like after you
should be
stumble back
arrested.
You stumble back into the crib.
Seriously, you should be arrested.
You never ate cold pizza, cold chicken?
You know what? You're the reason that I see when I'm walking when I leave the gas station. There's people that eat chicken in the friggin' gas station. Like I'm walking out to my car to where I'm pumping my gas, and there's just chicken bones everywhere.
That's me. That's me. Because I'm smacking that bro while I'm pumping gas.
And you just throw it on the ground at the gas station.
Yeah, buddy, that's me, bro. Gas station wings
now
all day.
I know.
You know
it's the same people that eat them cold.
Yeah, bro.
They discard their chicken bones right next to my car.
Yeah, just throw them out there, man. Look, or what you do, Verno, throw them in the air fryer. Woo! It's like they.
All right, hold on. All right, time out. Before we get out of here, this is gonna be the last question because this is a perfect day for this. If you were getting wings in Memphis,
right? If I need them quick or I want to wait.
No, I say look, Devin. This afternoon we're gonna order wings. I'll order anything you want.
Crumpies.
You call it.
Crumpies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You say Crumpies.
I want Crumpies, bro.
I love Crumpies too.
On Highland.
Crumpies hits. I mean, I go to All Star a lot because it's over by my house. I mess with All Star.
If I got time to waste, I'm gonna make that phone call to Ching's. Because them fries at Ching's always bust down.
But you're waiting 40 minutes on Ching's.
Yeah, you waiting.
But that's okay.
If I got time to
wait for greatness.
If I'm waiting, I'm gonna hit Ching's. If I'm trying to be efficient with it, I'm gonna go Ching. I'm gonna go Crumpies. Because Crumpies always bust down. 10 out of 10.
I like those Central Barbecue dry rub. I love those.
Different kind of wing. The smoked. It's good
different.
though. I love it.
But in terms of those kind of wings you guys are talking about, by far the most not even close. I have ordered Mr. P's way more than any other.
Mr. P's is good.
Mr.
P's is fire too.
They're smaller.
Yeah,
but I love it. I love it.
They got some mini wings, but they still.
I love Mr. P's.
That's good stuff.
Their honey gold is so good too.
I will say,
and they have hot honey gold now.
To be honest, bro, you really can't. In Memphis, you really can't go wrong.
No, it's
you can pull up
amazing wing city.
Anywhere.
Amazing.
Gas station.
Yes.
Kroger.
Yes.
Anywhere you got some. Amazing wings.
All right, we'll look at Final Fours as we're going to close out. Who's going to get screwed the most after today? Bennett.
Well, yeah, because I have Arkansas.
There's my Final Four. Iowa State's the one I'm worried about the most. Iowa State's the one I'm worried about.
You got Illinois.
Can I trust you?
They got size, man. This is mine.
Arkansas's got to be the team you've got to worry about the most.
Championship.
No, but Arkansas is the one to worry about the most.
That's what
Okay, so all right, my worry is Iowa State. Your worry is Arkansas. And what's Bennett?
Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas.
Let's go, Bennett. Okay. Call them Hogs, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys both have to worry about Arkansas. I've got to worry about Iowa State. Those are the teams that like. If either of those teams didn't make it out of the first weekend, it would not be a total shock.
Bro, Arkansas loses Hawaii.
You know what I mean?
I'm jumping off this thing. I'm jumping off their ring.
But they could lose to Wisconsin.
Yeah, but I just can't have them losing to Hawaii, bro.
Oh, I know. Trust me, Iowa State's got that friggin' Michigan State feel to me.
You can feel it. You can feel it already.
Starting to get worried.
Oh man,
they'll probably win by 60. Yeah. All right.
What, the game's tip off now, right?
Yeah, game's tip off now.
Let's do it.
All right, it's going to do it for our March Madness show. We're going to do it again tomorrow morning, and Alan Boston is going to join us. Thanks to Bennett across the glass. Thanks to Devin. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Everybody enjoy the NCAA tournament. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, we gone.